Hey, this is Ross Brady with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Eclipse Phase, 2nd edition. This is not the pre-gen starter adventure. This is one of my own creations.
What?
This is going to be called the Coelacanth, which is actually going to be a clue at some point.
Woo!
Yeah.
I'm out already.
Did you not read highlights as a kid?
Yeah. Indulge me for that a little bit. So this is going to be... this is not a firewall mission. Rather, let us introduce Val's New Shanghai, where this adventure is taking place. This, at the eastern end of the Val's Marinius Canyon is an immense basin called Eos. In a few centuries, it will be a sea, but in this day and age, it is the most densely settled part of transhumanity's heartland. At its core is a mesa that will one day be an island. And that is our city, Val's New Shanghai. There are 5 domes, and in between each dome are massive sooks, basically pressurized buildings that connect them, and there are marketplaces and less reputable neighborhoods. And in this city, which has swelled in population in the 10 years since the fall, 37 million people live of all backgrounds. Human, uplift, AGI, and other. So some are free, some are indentured servants, working under some would say exploitative, some would say generous contracts provided by Hypercorps. In each of the 5 domes, you can find all languages that are still being spoken are still there, and one could say you could find anything here. But in the largest and most prosperous of the domes is New Shanghai, and in New Shanghai, there is a rather tranquil place. So before we introduce the characters, this tranquil place is picture a beach with a pleasant little bay, and in this bay there is a shipwreck. The hull of the ship barely jets above the water. And oddly, there are actually trees growing in the shipwreck, protected by the hull. And on this shipwreck, as the sun rises, is a man who is drinking his coffee and enjoying peace and tranquility in a city surrounded by tens of millions of his fellow transhuman, AGI, and uplift neighbors. And as this man contemplates his day and watches the sun slowly rise, and just enjoying the peacefulness and quiet for once, a robot with a painted-on overalls, green overalls, clearly labeled maintenance, a worker bot that is maintaining the trees and the shipwreck to be utterly perfect and pristine. The robot gets up from working on the tree to fetching something in its tool belt, and planting 2 things and pressing 2 objects together in its robotic arms, or in its hands. And as this robot does it, it walks up straight behind the man. The man doesn't even notice the robot at first, but as he begins to hear a strange sound, the robot raises one arm with a strange object in his hand and places it at the back of the man's head. There's an explosion. And so let's introduce the player characters.
Well, that's a fun way to start.
Yep. So first off, on my right is JB.
Hello, I am playing Khan. He's he's kind of a knockabout. He's been around. He's done some stuff. He's fought in some of the hyper wars. Mm-hmm. He grew up way out on the rim in just a shit colony, but he learned a lot of self-sufficiency. So after he got done fighting for bullshit, he just kind of started trying to figure out how to survive on his own. So he became a bit of a bounty hunter, kind of a jack of all trades type of cat.
But there are many lost souls that with bounties on them in Val's New Shanghai.
Right there.
And so there's never a want for work here. Next up we have J.A. So, J.A., tell us about your character.
I don't know about this. I don't know about being called J.A.
Well,
we'll get used to it, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Shouldn't have left.
All right. So my character is Huckleberry. I am one of the Lost Generations, so I get to, figure out how Ross played an async for so long.
Yep. Good luck.
Yep, this will be fun.
They totally change asyncs between first and second ed.
So yeah, I mean, I'm playing one of the pre-gens. I just changed the name.
All right. And then next up we have Tom.
Hey, I'm playing Mercer. I'm a freelancer and a covert operative. Primarily, I specialize in stealing things. Mm-hmm. And I'm currently I've been sleeved in an octomorph for probably the last 10 years.
All right. And do you do some voice acting on the side?
No.
All right.
It's high noon.
What is happening?
Next up we have Sean.
Hey, I'll be playing Dust. He is basically calls himself an anti-detective. He's a forensic specialist, usually working for criminal organizations. Mm-hmm. So rather than discovering all the clues, he's making damn sure they're not there.
Yeah. But who would be better to actually find clues than someone who
Pretty
knows
much.
how to hide them?
You actually have to be able to do a thing to undo it. Mm-hmm. Weird, huh?
Yeah. And then finally we have Renee.
Hey, I am playing Lee, who is technically a pre-gen, but she is a hacker in a dragonfly morph. So that's
Let's talk about morphs. What are you in?
I'm an Olympian.
Okay.
Futura.
Futura, yeah.
Octomorph.
Octomorph, yeah. We can do that.
SecPod? Security pod.
Oh, security pod, yeah. Okay, yeah. In my head, canon security pods all look like the Doom guy.
The eyes constantly looking back and forth.
A little bit, yeah. They were all cloned from the same dude. What is your detective agency, by the way? Because you're all going to be members of the same detective agency. You will be subcontracted out by Hyperion. You could just say you work for Hyperion if you can't come up with a name. Or you could be an independent firm that, basically...
Well, Dick's another name for detective.
Nope.
Dim Horizon.
Yeah. Dim Horizon. All right, that's a good one. All right.
It's pretty bleak.
All right.
I was thinking the empty glass.
Let's go with it.
All right, Empty Glass or Dim Horizon? Any opinions?
I'll pop it the other way.
Yeah.
I like empty glass.
Empty Glass?
Sounds good to me.
All right. So you're in the Empty Glass detective agency. You do have a generic 1940s private eye as your logo, drinking.
With an empty glass.
With an empty glass.
Can my muse be Friday?
The what?
Can my muse be Friday?
If you want it to be. Yeah, your muse, all of you do have a little assistant AI called a muse in your head. It has a little name and personality. So you think Clippy, but he wants, or she, or it wants to help you. So it's scheduled. So it's kind of like Siri or Alexa,
Only
Google
nearly
Assistant.
intelligent.
Nearly intelligent, not quite though. Limited AI. So you can have that as your little NPC buddy. It could be a copy of you. It could be essentially you copied your brain and dumbed it down until it was a muse, or it could be a little cartoon guy like Friday, or it could be...
Or you got hacked and now it's a bonsai buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Bonsai Buddy's actually... there's the whole thing. It's now redeemed. It's considered very classy. A neoclassical muse.
Oh, Jesus.
I thought it would have gained full sentience and tried to take over.
Well, we don't talk about that. That was covered up.
Here, let me help you.
Yeah, you've all been called to Magnetic Island, which is sort of a misnomer. It's actually a private, Hypercorp-owned, basically bubble mini habitat / resort. It's mini resort really is more like it.
So it's animal magnetism.
Well, it's actually based on a real place in off the coast of Australia, Magnetic Island, and its claim to fame in its marketing is that it is based on the XP's the recorded memories of over 100 backpackers, expats, and Australians who formed one of the most perfect recreations of what it was like to live in a secluded, pristine, wild area before the fall. And so it's kind of like a nature park, but
Lots of mullets.
Well, no, you have to pay to get in, and it's also there's no mullets.
Have you ever been to it then?
Well, it's far in the future, so
It's coming back,
yeah,
Ross.
it came back and then was banned. So,
Or the fall wiped it out.
exactly. So
It's an extinct hairstyle.
there's actually one Bacillus
from
virus that
memories.
just wiped out the collective memory of mullets.
you go.
No one knows what. No one can even. Everyone has mullet blindness now in the far future. So,
You know what I was thinking?
so Magnetic
really
Island, by the
don't
way, is
think
a real
these
place.
locks, but what if
And there is a shipwreck called
Blanks there afterwards.
the Adelaide.
Who was that?
Let's see here. So if you Google Magnetic Island Adelaide,
camouflage.
you'll actually see this shipwreck that I am referring to, and I will use as the episode art. And let's see here. And it looks very scenic and very pretty. So, and basically, this. So,
Ooh.
that is super
That
pretty.
is really
yeah.
nice.
And then behind it, there's a beach, and then they just have a virtual sort of horizon, a big screen that shows the sunrise or sunset or whatever you paid to see. And so the victim has contracted you. He wants you to find out who killed him because, of course, his cortical stack actually survived the explosion. The victim is Cave Ripley. He is an extremely wealthy person, an investor,
Totally Methuselah.
and venture capitalist. He's not quite Methuselah. He's getting there. He's not quite old enough for that, but he is easily able to afford his own private team rather than have the Val's New Shanghai police deal with it. He wants his own private thing. Let's see here. The People's Militia is the normal police, but they can you could just pay to have your own private detective solve your crime for you. So you are supposed to file a report with the People's Militia, but you're supposed to tell them what happened at least. But you're given wide discretion. So, so apparently Cave rented the whole thing out for an hour. According to the initial briefing, he was there to record he was recording an XP, a sensory memory of him having a cup of coffee and seeing the sunrise and just being perfectly alone in this natural, wondrous environment. So he could then have his mind altered so he thought he was actually there so he could have a pleasant memory before the fall, and then of course then post it on social media, and then have maybe a couple of variations, so like maybe a year's worth of memories of him waking up there. So he just it's the latest trend, just giving yourself pre-fall memories of Earth, pleasant ones.
Gerard would love that.
Yeah. So when you get there, there is a indentured worker there who has locked down the scene. Her name is, let's see here. We'll just Shine. Yep. Shine. That's her just worker name. He says, "Hello, I'm Shine. I'm here to due to the negotiation between the People's Militia and the victim. I'm here to you are the bonded agents of Empty Glass Detective Agency, yes, and security consulting. I'm supposed to give you access to the scene and all our records. Cave Ripley is also once after you do that, Mr. Ripley wants to talk to you personally, or in a symbol space conference. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know. So. You can all review footage. You can investigate if you have. You can use any number of skills here, as we kind of.
Forensics.
All right, what are you trying to figure out?
Actually investigate the body if at all.
Yeah,
possible.
body's
Yeah.
still there.
So forensics.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so I missed it by 2.
Okay.
So
Actually, I'll say this is easy, so I'll give you a +10 modifier. It'll be
Okay,
nice.
that covers it then.
Yeah. All right. Obviously, he was in an Olympian morph, a custom design one, looking like some pre-fall celebrity, and that's gone. That's a very expensive morph. But he, his head was basically the concussion force of the explosive basically knocked his his head into the bay, and so and damage the stack, and so basically they had to send bots out to go find it, a tree near, but it was a sort of directional blast, or it was very
almost a shape charge.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, most explosions.
What else do you want to know?
Directed.
It was instantaneous. The robot that did it is still there. It was its arm was destroyed by it, and it's turned off. Yeah.
Can you use perceive as kind of like an intuition thing?
Sure, go for it.
49. So that makes 49 or 70.
All right. You have the logs, which are recorded from numerous angles. There are a couple. You do notice there are a couple of glitches in them, indicating that it was hacked, or certain aspects were deleted, but only certain frames of seconds. So basically, sort of obfuscating the whole thing. But so that say someone who wasn't really paying attention, like some overworked indentured, wouldn't notice it. It's not like shutting all the security systems off.
Yeah, it's not a 10-minute blank.
So you see there are a couple areas. Would you want to follow the victim, or do you want to follow the perp, the robot?
I want to follow the perp.
All right, so you follow their basic track. The perp starts acting funny when it gets near the maintenance area.
Okay.
It messes with the machine, which you recognize as an industrial maker, essentially like 3D printing, but for chemicals and biological components. And then it walks straight up to the Adelaide. It just basically walks under the water and then back on there. So it's actually the Adelaide shipwreck is far off enough. You have to take a little boat to get there, unless you can swim or fly.
I'm a pilot.
Or if you're a maintenance robot, you just walk.
Yeah.
Yes, you're a robot. And it's, only like 30 feet of water. So...
Okay, well, I'll head off to go look at the maintenance stuff while these guys do their rolls.
Okay, so we'll just go around the table for the people who haven't
suggest, Renee, you want to do some hacking and see if you can recover the deleted footage, maybe?
Or check the robot.
The robot's gone, though.
no, the robot's arm is blown up, but it's turned off, but it's still there.
I thought it was still here. That's why.
It is still there.
So we could hypothetically get into the robot's head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that. Actually, I am a hacker, but I have robotics as a skill and electronics as a skill.
Robotics is...
Well, my electronics is better than my robotics.
Well, that would work for the video.
The electronics actually would be better for looking at the maker.
Yeah, that's
the industrial machinery.
Oh, okay.
okay.
So,
the robot would that would be
robotics.
For the robot, but if you want to look at the data, that would be infosec, or if you have computer programming. Is programming a skill in this still?
Infosec.
It is.
Okay.
And let's see, programming is...
It's program.
Okay.
Infosec is my best out of that.
Yeah,
so.
you can give me infosec hack.
For, what am I doing?
Just examining the robot's hard drive, essentially.
Okay, yeah. I'll do that. So 29 under 80.
Okay. So with a basic success, the robot's cortical stack, its hard drive has been wiped. It looks like someone basically inserted code to basically format the drive. So it was essentially a suicide mission for this whatever mind was in here. But that's a basic success, so you can't tell a whole lot else.
Okay.
You do know...
What makes it a better than basic success?
A 33 but still succeeding, or a 66 but still succeeding. I will say...
Is it not all doubles anymore? I forgot to ask.
Doubles are critical. So there's superior, double superior, and then critical.
Yeah.
So you can use any of your pools to get to superior, double superior. You cannot do that with criticals. Criticals are just naturally rolled numbers. So for free, I will say it is common in these kind of attacks for someone to create a essentially a very stripped down basic version.
Like it can only do like a certain.
It's called a delta fork, and these are essentially they wouldn't even know their own name. They're just saying, "Go here, do this," and so that's not too surprising. So that's what you're figuring out, Huckleberry.
I'm still trying to figure out.
You can talk to Shine.
So Shine is.
She is in a worker pod morph. She is dressed in a uniform for Magnetic Island. She's like a tour guide kind of thing, kind of beachy and sunny kind of dress.
She's tour guide Barbie.
Yeah, basically.
Loving in the summer.
She's clearly, for free, I'll say she looks pretty nervous about this. But, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go chat her up. I mean, I've got kinesics, so maybe I can try to figure out, like, that's still, like, body language, right?
Yeah, body language is somebody lying to you.
Yep.
All right. For free, I'll say she gives you the basic account of the events. This guy rented the entire thing for an hour so he could have this memory. It's slightly unusual, but not uncommon. It's more common for offices to rent it out for parties and things, parties and events. She has total control over all. There's 16 case morphs. Those are the cheap little robots, like the one that blew up, that are operating. She basically either forks herself or has a couple other maintenance experts load into those morphs to do specialized maintenance tasks, like keeping the trees and the wildlife happy or alive, because there's actually living animals in here that they've cloned, and plants and shit like that. And she has no idea how this could happen, blah, blah, blah. She's very scared, so you could make a skill check if you want to get more information.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm going to...
Oh, and she has, when no one's loaded into one of the, sleeved into one of the case morphs, she can remote control it. Her muse can just basically, she tells her muse to program, so she has an AI program in AI. Yeah.
Nothing bad can come of that.
Do things like pick up the litter.
She works directly for, I don't even remember his name now.
No, she is an employee of Magnetic Island Corporation, which is the one that runs this place. Cave Ripley, your client, is the one who rented it out.
Okay. I'm just basically going to ask her, so is this pretty common to get, people of Ripley's caliber to come here and do this kind of thing?
It's slightly unusual for a single person to do it, but it's been done before. It's becoming a new fad among the super rich. At least in the New Shanghai. New Shanghai, by the way, is super prosperous. It's super nice. It's modeled after actually the historic one. One of the rivers there is called the Bund, like the real Shanghai. All the nicest corporations have offices there. The buildings are kept the nicest, and there's the least amount of crime here because,
you don't mess with the
money.
Filthy rich,
Yeah.
So, why is it uncommon that for someone like him to do it?
It's just so expensive. It's more common for a bunch of mid-level, workers to pool their money and rent it out for a party. I mean, for most of the super decadent rich, when they want to have pleasure, they get something a little more intense than nature.
You fight to the death for me.
Yeah, when you're that rich, you get kind of jaded, and
right.
Yeah, so this is a little not enough. But he's sort of new money. He isn't that jaded yet, so this is, So we've had like 6 others this year so far that have rented out by themselves, and we've never had an incident like that.
Well, yes, and I'm certain that you wouldn't like to have any repeat of this ever happening again.
Oh, no, of course not. We have to do a full security audit, and we have to figure out why and how they got through.
Exactly, and I would hate for it to come back on you or anything. I'm sure you've worked so hard to get into this position, and
I have. I'm almost ready to buy out my contract. I'll be a free citizen this time next year.
Oh, that's wonderful.
If you have persuasion or something.
Oh yeah, I got persuade.
Right.
I got persuade. I got provoke.
Well, whichever one you want to use.
Persuade. Wanted to provoke, but the way the character's set up now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wanted to be a dick.
All right, you get plus 10.
I got 0-3.
All right. Basic success. So with that, she does tell you. I mean, one of our tree guys has been a little hard to deal with lately because he's been so into this MMO.
MMO?
Yeah, multi-online.
I know what that means.
Yeah. And he hasn't reported any work today. Well, I kind of gave everybody off since the incident happened.
Was he working the day that this occurred?
He wasn't scheduled, no. Give me a
Was
name.
he supposed to be here?
We'll say no. He wasn't supposed to be here, and he wasn't. Michelangelo.
Okay.
Michelangelo, the tree guy. He's one of our. He's a botanist. He's the one who makes our trees, so nice. It's hard to keep Earth trees living in Martian gravity, but he does a good job. Anyways, so that's what you get. So
right.
Michelangelo is not here, but has been acting weird. So.
Let's go kill us a Ninja Turtle.
Whoa.
Let's see here. Who hasn't acted yet?
Yeah.
Mercer.
Honestly, can I use knowledge security ops to see how?
Yeah.
Maybe try to find an idea of how someone could sneak in here.
Yeah, give me a roll.
Yeah, 26.
Okay. One thing. Obviously, they hacked their way in, loaded on a Delta Fork onto a bot. You don't know how they got the explosives in or what the deal with the explosive is, but that's, there's a lot of ways to hack in and take over a bot. And also with the glitches in the security surveillance systems, that indicates someone who's good at hacking behind this. The main thing, though, with a security op like this, though, is you have to think about motive. Because obviously, maybe they were trying to destroy your client's stack, but he would have a backup. Anyway, so he wouldn't be losing that much time if he's being restored from backup. So the real question is, what are they doing? Why would what do you think, Tom, as a person? Why would they want to do this?
Oh, that's his name, James Purefoy. I was trying to remember the guy that played this character.
That's the question you should be asking. Why would someone who is very talented at hacking, who's obviously spent a lot of effort to do this, only inconvenience a rich person?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the question you should be asking. So if you spend a point of insight, I'll give you an additional clue.
I have 1 point to spend, but I'll do
Okay,
it.
all right. So you realize it's all about timing. You take someone offline, and let's say you already have their logins and security credentials, and you're really good at hacking. Oh, well, you could do a little bit of ID theft. And who knows what kind of damage you could do or steal in that amount of time.
Especially with someone this rich and powerful.
Yes. So you're probably looking. Your client is probably already knowing. As soon as you contact your client, you're probably going to find out. But
It's just what I find right now.
yeah, it's what you realize. The motive behind this is not.
So I'll wait until I'm chatting with him before I'll...
Yeah. It may not be that. Yeah. So it's probably this is ID theft, identity theft, not murder. Well, I mean, murder was a component to commit identity
But it's
theft.
more, it's like get him out of the way for a bit.
Yes. That.
So we're going to need someone
I mean, there's a calculated.
check his records.
The person didn't say anything, didn't torture him. It was very, there's nothing in this about, yeah. All right, so that's everybody's first action. So who wants to do a thing next?
Did you
Well,
do
he
anything,
went back
No, I
across
did. I
the
was
sea.
checking out
Oh,
the
yeah.
body.
Where were you heading to?
Well, I was going to go check out the maker, but I guess maybe if you guys want, since I got piloting, I'll go check out the boat. See
Yeah.
where it came from.
Yeah. Okay.
I abscond with it.
Yeah.
Boat.
You don't have to make piloting checks for it. Yeah. You can give me another perceive check.
Yeah.
All right.
I bet I got good perceive. But I failed.
Damn.
How much did you fail by?
13.
Okay, that's over 10. So, for free, I could tell you that.
There's a boat.
Well,
It's got it's
on a
floating
boat.
on water.
you can see that
There's some flippy
the attacker clearly aimed the explosive to send it out as far as possible. And for free, actually, I'll see. You realize there were 16 other bots here, 15 other bots aside from the one that was hacked and taken over, and you quickly pull up the logs. They were all as far away as possible, and many of them were actually in maintenance mode or being serviced. And so you realize this hacker thought of that, basically delaying the bots as long as possible to keep the cortical stack at the bottom of the bay as long as possible. So you realize that. Even on a failed check, so this is very calculated. Anyways,
Son of a bitch.
yep.
I think we need to contact Ripley and have him look at his recent.
Well, when you're done, yeah, this is just with the initial sweep.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to do anything else before you go into a conference with your client?
Are there any traces of the actual explosive used, or
Where are you searching? Around
guess.
the body?
Yeah,
Give me another forensics check.
All right. Because that might tell us something we can.
Oh yeah, give me an electronics check if you want to search the maker.
We have the full time that from the moment he was put offline to he was re-sleeved, the exact time that took.
You have the times, yeah.
Good, so I know how long.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got
I
that.
failed very much.
Okay. For free, I'll tell you that it was clearly altered or hacked. So something messed with the firmware of it, but you don't know how and you don't know what it made. Exactly. Did you succeed?
Yes.
You actually find trace samples in the exploded little shrapnel bits that are in that tree guy is going to have a long time picking out shrapnel from the trees. All right. But there's trace chemical evidence. And do you have a science, a chemistry or something like that? Or demolitions?
Mainly physiology, so.
Okay, does anybody have a skill like that?
We could know a guy.
You could spend a point to know a guy.
Computer science and sysadmin, but
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if security ops or.
It's an
Rolling
exotic chemical
psychology
compound
on
that does
trees.
not
I have
immediately
research.
Yeah.
So that'd be a task
Well,
action.
you've got your forensics thing. Could you at least like scrape it? And
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, it's
got
not
the
a standard compound. It's not, standard
Yeah.
military explosive.
So
But that's all you have in your database.
right now we can put a pin in it, and if we get kind of stuck, we just send it to a specialist.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can give me a security check for that. Actually.
Security ops.
Security ops.
Yep, 17.
You would know that the surveillance system of a hypercourt place like this, especially in this is a place it's basically the size of a normal city, like a city park. It's not super big, but it's big enough, that they have high security because it's all about like paying through the nose to get in and relax and be at peace. That you realize they would have all kinds of surveillance and chemical sniffers and things to weed out things like explosives. And so either this person just totally disabled them or was using a really odd compound that wouldn't be reactive or something's going on with that.
Detected.
Normal conventional explosives would be detected by this
Scanners.
park's
Well,
by
with this
Nick Island
level of security, would they have to be here, or could they do it remotely?
Who? Oh, the hacker?
Yeah.
The hacker. Everything was done remotely. You're guessing.
Okay. I'm just putting that.
It'd have to be someone inside the city.
Because I was like, I will use infiltrate, and I will follow his steps. I don't know. That's all I got. That's all I've got.
You can't you can do. They have Ghost in the Shell style optical camo, but you still need to hack security systems to disable thermal sensors, weight sensors, and motion sensors and shit like that. There's all.
I can't do much unless I see a person.
Plus they have things like T-ray emitters that are like X-rays but better. There's all kinds of fun
things are
things.
pretty cool.
Future tech is crazy. Hard did you emphasize?
Speaking of future tech, do we have TechNet?
Yeah, of
Yes.
course. Yep. It's all like your own private Discord server, but in your brain. So
We are all up in our brains.
you're all already making memes and shit posting about this job. Look, I told him I was going to get ahead, but this is ridiculous.
Whackity schmackity doo.
That might be one of your muses trying to entertain you. Anybody else want to do anything before you talk to your client?
You should make like that tree and leave.
Hey.
Weird question. I've got a whole bunch of knowledge skills pertaining to organized crime. Mm-hmm. Is there a possibility of seeing if they've got just look over and go?
Is that just one skill, organized crime?
There's triads. There's cartel.
Well, what are they? Is that networking?
It's a no skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
Knowledge, yeah. Because I got smuggling. And...
Yeah.
For free, I'll tell you this doesn't match any of their MOs per se, but
Okay.
that they're innovative. That's why they succeed. So you can't rule them out at this point, but you have no evidence
Yeah,
to
we need to figure out what the actual compound was. Then maybe I can.
If they want to take him
knowledge
offline, if they wanted to take a dude offline, they wouldn't do it this way. They would probably wait till he was at home and then.
Wait, if
do
we
a
have a
home invasion.
weird exotic substance, would knowledge black markets actually be able to finger that?
Once we know what it is.
If you make a roll, you would know somebody to do that.
Yeah.
18, yeah.
All right.
Basic success.
Let's see here. What's a good? person. Tammy.
Tammy, my
Tammy,
says.
yeah, Tammy the dealer. There ain't nothing she can't cook up or manufacture for you.
Expert, Tammy.
Oh, if it's a chemical, Tammy knows it.
Tammy the chemist.
It can fuck you up or fuck someone up or
Fuck shit up.
Yeah, fuck shit up. So
I'm pretty good context whether this is where I'm gonna get my drugs.
yeah,
Explosive heroin.
yeah.
What a concept.
Yeah. All right, so you all go into a Simul Space conference, which looks like a ancient Greek temple on top, Mount Olympus, overlooking. You can see far below you Greece and all that stuff. It's a very stylized, very high-end Simul Space. It's photorealistic. There are gods and goddesses walking around in togas. And
Is he Zeus?
he is Zeus is dead. He's been.
Or is he
No,
Dionysus?
There's a.
Zeus is
name is
dead. Long
Ripley,
live New
believe it or
Zeus.
not.
No, Cave is sitting on Zeus's throne, and Zeus lies at his feet with a severed head. So
Topical.
yes,
This guy and his severed heads.
yeah. Oh yes, I suppose that is a bad. I should have. I need to pay someone to remodel this place. This is. Greetings, agents of the Empty Glass Agency. You were recommended to me by a friend. I won't say who though. But I.
Good job, we did that one time. Yep.
Yeah.
The thing in the place with the guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have heard. I want this handled discreetly, and you don't have to worry too much about the people's militia as long as you are not the idiots run and gun types blow up public spaces.
I
At least
surreptitiously pushed my polygon pistol.
out of the way places, it's fine. The poor neighborhoods, of course, but just. I have to tell you that my bank accounts have been raided. And I'm in fact going to have to auction off some priceless artifacts to make my mortgages.
Yes. It seems to be that was the entire motive of this attack.
Yes. Excellent. I'm glad you are keeping up. That you're not recommending me in vain. So I have enemies, of course, but I only can think of two who would be willing to do such a brazen act. So I want you to find out which of the two it is, and well, then, if you can find enough evidence, and I guess you could call the people's militia, but if you could just shut them down. They're both dirty, so you can find something to just put them away forever.
60 out of 70.
Maybe kill them and then bring them in. That's fine, yes. One, of course, is Salome Irina. She is a rabble-rouser. Some sort of... what was the name of it? Behemoth mining company I have a very powerful interest in, and she, of course, we've had some labor issues recently, and she's been riling up the workers. She used to be one until she's trying to unionize or something. But she has a very deep grudge against me. She even insulted my poor wife, Sarah. A goddess appears next to him and says, "Oh, darling, I'm so sorry that this happened.
God.
I just heard. I got out of my virtual yoga and my time-accelerated yoga class. And then
the
Salome Irina. And then, of course, then I have a former business partner, Petra Esmeralda.
Petra or Arena. Okay.
Petra is quite angry because I won a few arbitrations and cases. So I got we both profited from certain transactions, but I profited more, and Petra holds a grudge. And they certainly both have the resources. Well, Salome, of course, knows all about violence, and Petra certainly has the resources to subcontract out. So find out which of the two it is. and let me know, of course. And we will. You will be handsomely rewarded, especially if you can find something that will get them in trouble with the people's militia. You know, shoot them, drag their stack in, show them proof of crime. They have to do a virtual sentence or get in, maybe even sold into indenture. That would be great.
Super duper.
Yes. Sarah's, oh, yes, please. I can't. I won't be able to sleep at night if I know someone is targeting my husband. And, oh, well, we have to sell. We have to sell the football. And yes, it's a soccer ball, dear. And it's from Earth. It was actually kicked in a real game. It has real dirt on it. It's priceless. And
Actually,
not the Legos. Yes, the Legos. I'm sorry.
Swoops
Jared is coming to buy the Legos this afternoon. Oh God, that bastard! I knew he would be swooping.
Every word he's saying, I'm just resist urge to want to steal it.
Yeah. And of course, I have. If any of you are good at financial maneuvers, if you can find out where the money went, that would be great. In fact, to be honest, the money is more important than the revenge. I do have. They weren't able to get stocks, so I'll be getting money back in sooner or later. But I am temporarily broke, aside from the things I'm selling. So, yeah, you can give me anybody with kinesics can make a check.
Yeah, I got a 60 or 70, but
okay.
I was going to ask him a question.
With a superior success, this guy is absolutely fucking furious. He is playing the fop because that is the role he expects you to understand. But yeah, he
wants blood.
He wants blood, and he's actually just also a little bit scared. In fact, very scared because he is very fragile right now. So that's what you get with the superior success.
I wanted to ask him, how long had you planned the trip there?
I just scheduled it last week.
You just scheduled it last week?
It wasn't a trip. It's a block from my office.
Was it on a whim, or had you been thinking about it for a while? Talked with anybody about it?
Well, my wife, of course, and I told some of my friends, but they broke into my bank account. They surely saw my calendar. That's
what I'm trying to figure out. Is the time frame that it was on your calendar, or if it was just...
He gives you, it was a week, booked a week ago. So someone with access to his personal information from a week. Yeah. Good point. Anything else? Anybody else have questions?
I'm thinking right now we probably need to track down this Michelangelo character. Figure out what his deal is.
Yeah, it's not a trip. It's in the middle of the city. He just he walked over to it. It's just...
I was just making sure it wasn't a whim, because if it's on a whim, some's watching him really close.
Yeah, even someone rich like him has to book in advance. It's so underbelly.
Could we check his social media and see if he said he was going?
Who
responded how?
He says, only to the oligarch level of friends, the plutocratic friends, and that's only 5 of them. But I've cleared them. Don't investigate them. I won't give you their names.
I shan't.
I don't want them bothered. With your kinesics, he's scared of those people. So yeah, he told people. Remember, he's nouveau rich. The Methuselah oligarchs are above him. They talk to him, but they're kind of like, whatever.
He's he's barely over a century and a half.
Yeah, well, he's not. No, he's more like 91.
He's not even a century.
Yeah. So, they're preparing my new body as we speak. It's going to be a rental. It's not even going to be. A Billy Bob, like my last a clone of Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob. Jolene the third, of course.
Oh, to be rich and immortal.
Yep. So, any other questions? So yeah, he won't have to do that. He'll just have to go with the basic pit model.
Oh damn.
When we have more questions, how can we contact you?
Well, I suppose you can contact my wife. She will. My muse. I'm having my muse scrubbed. Because can't trust anything now. So contact my wife, Sarah. Yes, anything, please. It's so disconcerting to know that violence can reach us, good, normal people. Anyway.
I want to kill this guy.
No, calm yourself. We can't murder we can't murder clients.
All right, so you also have the financial information. I forgot.
Would that be actually would knowledge of black markets work for that?
You can make a roll.
I'll give it a shot. Yeah, 53.
Okay, that's a superior success. It's over 33. It still succeeds, but not a double superior success because that's 66.
Oh my God, that's really confusing.
Not really. It's just
I got it.
yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
With that, you know, you can look at the transactions and see that all the money was converted into cryptocurrency. And
So gigabyte
You know
coin.
what I have knowledge of?
Dogecoin,
Cryptography.
Or is it like terabyte coin?
Dogecoin and byte dimes. Sorry,
No, you're not. Clearly not.
Coalition credits.
So, then it looks like they were all put into a wallet, which is a file that could be stored offline. So, which means they might actually exist in the real world and only in the real world.
Are these the mythical physical bitcoins that you always see in every fucking article?
It's a hard drive, probably.
Okay, I don't.
So also, with your knowledge of black markets, that is a way. If you're reading someone's bank account, this would be the way to do it, because basically you have to go to you can't spend these anywhere on Mars though, because even those coins are going to be tracked. So basically, you have to go to a new system like the outer, Extropia, in the outer solar system, and then spend them. So someone's going to have to get on a spaceship and fly for like 6 months, and then
because it's
launder
physical.
them.
It's not.
Yeah. But if they get there with the hard drive, they'll have a fortune in credits. So this is a high risk, high
So they'll
reward.
never have to worry about extra guac ever.
Oh
again.
no, they'll be able to manufacture all the guac they can ever.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Or actually grow avocados.
So that would be the basic scene. Yeah, with the cryptography check, is there anything you just want more information on that?
Yeah, essentially.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 under 80.
Yeah, basically, it would have to be in a hard drive. It's probably going to be concealed. You, with your superior success, because you got 50 out of 80, you can write a little thing that lets you if you connect to any device, you'll be able to instantly verify if the wallet file is on there or not.
Okay.
So you can now ID it if you find a thing.
Hey,
find
cool.
a hard drive.
Every hard drive I can check,
Yep.
essentially.
And you know what? If we do find it, high risk, high reward.
Well, one thing I want
You'll
to
have to board a ship and hope that no one
Smuggling.
Yeah.
There's
The thing is, people know who you are, so
Mind hack.
I have a weird kind of wild hair. I've had kind of a wild hair idea that I
Yup,
do
go
want to throw
rogue.
past
Yup.
the group on TACnet.
Okay.
And we've got a couple people, it seems like, who would know how to sort of assess this, maybe. Okay, a lot of this has to do with stealing a bunch of money. He keeps bringing up that he has to auction off his expensive relics, which, Gatsby-esque flashy peacock dude probably has them all on fucking display. And he keeps name dropping them. So his wife, who is a suspect, by the way, come on, keeps
What
going,
are you talking
Don't
about?
sell the thing. Yeah, anyhow, and he just has to say it. So, try to get you guys to case some of these objects, figure out if any of them are going up on the auction sooner, figure out when they're
Actually,
all going
dude, if
up on
they're
auction.
that would be black markets.
Yeah.
Monitoring them to see if these things come up for sale.
Well, they're not. Well,
They're not
actually,
for sale
for
yet.
free. No, he tells you he sends you to the Mars eBay, Mars Bay,
eBay.
listings for a soccer ball with actual dirt on it, and a Lego set, Phantom Menace pod racing.
Well, I'm looking
Legos.
more like
Does
things
he
that
have
wouldn't
all
be
the
on
Pepsi
official
cans?
sites.
Oh, what I'm saying
All
is,
of the original.
He's got 3 Pepsi cans, some that someone drank in, and their spits dried on it.
Whoa.
but if he's being forced to sell these, that might actually, I know it seems like a few extra steps, but if somebody really wants these things, force him to sell by stealing his cash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
It's an idea just to...
Well, you do have his order.
So we could.
So is there still
Is there shatter?
Is there the dark mesh and then like the Vanta black mesh.
Yeah, essentially. Well, they're being sold publicly and openly. They're not in the black market. If
Okay.
somebody stole them, that would be the black market.
Right.
He's the rightful owner of them.
We will know who buys the things.
Well, he did give you orders to investigate the 2 suspects that he knows,
Right.
so you do have to do that.
There's those 2 suspects. There's Michelangelo, and we might just keep an eye on.
He mentioned something about Petra and something going down.
Petra
Maybe
is his
one of
business
these
partner.
objects he obtained was during that time, and it was a.
Possible.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So actually, we could probably
If you
figure,
want-
out figure out a chain of custody on all of his precious relics, maybe
Uh,
prior ownership, because those would have to have a pedigree if they're actually, vouched for relics.
Sure.
Research. So, if somebody's got a decent research, that might be a way to go about it.
Yeah. Does anybody have research?
I do.
I do.
I've
But
got
I
a-
think
40?
I'll- Yeah,
80.
mine's
I would
60.
there it
Okay,
is. So,
yeah. Do you think, Tom?
Okay.
I highly specialize with everything.
Well,
Okay.
8.
All right. Research. You get the provenance, chain of custody. These both came here on. Actually, a couple of them came before the. Actually, most of them came before the fall because the space was a premium
There's dirt.
during the fall. And there was essentially garbage that people then realized was valuable because it was from Earth. It was stuff like shoved into cargo containers, and then but then there's a chain of custody for it all.
so we can actually refer back to that later, maybe if that becomes.
With
So
that,
we can
also
have
you
the
do see
names.
that Petra is betting on the soccer ball.
Okay.
it's a start.
Yeah.
So's Gerard.
Yeah, some jerk named Gerard.
Like, this guy sounds sketchy. Look at that hat.
All right, yeah.
Ridiculous.
All
Well,
right.
he is like Basilisk has now.
What do you want to look at next? We'll just go around the table. So, Khan, what do you want to do?
He got fucked up when I watched.
We got 2 suspects.
Yeah.
So you could track down Michelangelo. You could.
I mean, I am a people hunter. So Salome Marina, like, she's now. Is she rich, or is she just simply
wanna
like
make a
no
skill?
longer an indentured?
Do you want to get a? If you give me some kind of skill check, you can get a profile on her.
Okay. All right. I took this because I wasn't 100% what the rulebook was referring to. Is surveying like actually like surveillance, like looking at stuff, or did I
Survey?
Yeah,
Knowledge
surveying.
surveying.
Yeah, like knowledge of surveying.
Or is it?
If you
knowledge
wanted
of
to
a
be about
survey?
surveillance, it could be.
Okay, cool.
If you wanted that knowledge of finding, researching, go for it.
Cool.
All right, so this is you working the system to get profiles on people, especially if you're applying.
Swapping out my
just know how
dice
to-
because
you just know how to do
Yep.
survey.
No, I failed. 84 over
You
75.
can flip it.
With what?
What skill does that use?
No.
It's
Or what
a
aptitude is
it
it?
uses cog.
That would be an insight or a flex. Either one will allow you to flip it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and flip that. I'll flip it with the flex.
All right. All right, with that, you succeed. That's a spear success. So you get a profile on her.
That's so
She
far out
is
from
a
most people.
mining engineer background. She was from Earth. But since then, she has worked on a lot of different projects. She did become politically agitated during when she worked for Behemoth, which is a terraforming construction company. They're building infrastructure under Mars, essentially massive tunnel networks for various terraforming machinery and systems. It's very complicated, blah, blah, blah. But
But they're honeycomb
City
the planet.
Comic Con.
yeah, they're honeycombing sections of the planet.
Much better.
Mostly for big atmospheric engines to pump in air and shit like that. So long-term thinking, because if you're immortal, if it takes 300 years, fuck it. So there were basically, the company was operating on very tight margins, and so they squeezed extra profit by cutting away from paychecks and things like that, and penalizing workers, like, oh, you're 0.8 of a second late, that's 30% off your paycheck, shit like that. So there were riots, there were strikes, wildcat strikes, and Salome was behind it. However, it got so bad, even the Hypercorp controlled system polity of Mars basically was like, well, we can't just crush the workers because that's going to cause more riots. So they kind of punished Behemoth. It was a bad deal, so Salome got to walk away. And so she's working as a freelance. Mining consulting expert.
Slash anarchist.
Yeah, I was about to say, social activist. Yeah.
She is in New Pittsburgh, which is the American-built part of. It's another dome, so you can find her and talk to her, or you can hack her or do whatever you want.
My talking skills aren't bad. They're not great, but they're okay. Does anybody want to come with me to New Pittsburgh?
So you want to physically just show up and be like, "Hey, answer my questions," or you want to be like, ping her electronically?
I'll be your savvy one if you need a face.
I can lie awesomely, but I can't.
I can do that too.
I'm more of the
110 on to see.
I'm seeing this guy as more like kind of a hunter, so savvy guy. So yeah, I'd probably
ambush would make it a lot harder for her to see you coming.
Yeah, I definitely probably would just show up.
Yeah.
All right.
I use that.
All right. So you go off to New Pittsburgh. There are you walk from New Shanghai to taking the Sooks. Again, just these long tunnel networks of pressurized buildings between the domes, and there's just marketplaces and neighborhoods and people hawking things and little noodle stands, and it's very cyberpunk. So, so you're on that way. Who's next? Who wants to do a thing?
Who's going with you?
I don't know which of you wants to go.
I was going to go with, I guess, because
Yeah.
I can go.
Then I'll track down Michelangelo.
If we show up there and something's gone amiss,
Yeah.
it might be helpful.
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing then, Jay?
Let's go find Michelangelo.
Okay.
Huckleberry and Mercer.
Yep.
All right. What are you going to do to find him? You already have his basic profile from that because Magnetic Island really wants this case solved and someone to blame, so they know that they doesn't freak out their other clients. You've also had NDAs not to talk about the case outside. Anyways, your muse is signed for you because there's so many agreements these days. Who's really time to read them? Sign them. Have a robot sign things for you.
At least it's on microtorts.
Yep. Well, yeah, not microtorts.
God damn it.
So, you have his profile. You know where he lives, and you know his, mesh address, so you can ping him if you want to, or you can hack him, or
kind of want to look in his place if he's not there.
Well, you don't know where. Well, you know where his address is. You don't know if he's there or not.
Yeah, let's check it like case.
So you're going
Well, I tell you, I could break in if you want to talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good at infiltrate too.
What's your infiltrate?
Okay, no, not that good. 45.
I got mine's. That's basically I sneak in places.
All right, he lives
I know you
in
mini max.
Little Shanghai, which is the poor. It's the newest dome. It's the one built after the fall, and that's where most of all the poor people live. And it's sort of the crowded, roughest area. But yeah, so there's basically large tenement hab blocks that are there. He's in, Cubicle 8 in Sector 5 or something like that. So, so you two head there. All right.
I'll be the lookout. You can do your thing.
Well, you can go talk to him. Make sure he's
Let's
out of
see
there.
here. Dust.
Well, I thought we
What do you want to do?
waited.
You're over there. Lee, what about you?
I'm going to do
What do you
some
wanna do?
research on Petra.
Okay.
Kind
If
of.
you want, you can basically research and walk if you want to follow one of the other groups.
Okay. I'll go to Pittsburgh.
Okay. So give me a roll on your research.
No.
All right. Well, you find a very flattering profile about her and her philanthropy.
Wikipedia.
Her philanthropy and how she's a great
Written
person, friend to the poor and
by
the
her
rich.
robot.
Yeah. And
Musopedia.
yeah, Musopedia. So yeah, she just sounds great. She couldn't possibly do this.
I mean, I think this lady sounds really nice.
Yeah.
That's what
You don't find any contact information, so you don't know where she lives. But you do get her publicist's mesh address, so you can ask her publicist.
I'm gonna start
Hey.
I'm gonna set up my muse to
Did you
start.
murder a business partner?
No, just to start just to start pinging her about
Soccer ball.
random relics. Like
Her publicist?
Since you're interested
Yeah,
in soccer
yeah.
ball,
like
here,
what are
check this out.
what are her favorite older
Okay.
interests? What relics are her favorite things?
All right,
Tell me about
Give me some sort of social with a +20.
some sort of social.
You showed it.
Let's see here.
Would you like to know more?
Yeah.
Actually, let's do music.
Objects from
Okay.
That would
Well,
let's
persuasion
find out
or
about.
deception.
Oh, okay. Oh, deception. What's for my persuasion? Yeah, deception is much better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, still nothing.
Even with a +20.
Oh no, never mind. With a +20, I'm good.
Alright.
So it is 70 under 80.
All right. Well, you succeed then, and you get a double superior success because it's over 66. And so she's like, "Oh, I'll do a personal interview. You can come by. I'd love to talk about Earth relics with a fan. You'll talk about this on social media, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Hashtag space trash.
yeah. So you want to go off and talk to her? This is in New Shanghai. So it's
Her
not-
publicist or her?
Her.
Yeah, I'll go talk to her.
Yeah. All right.
Not going to Pittsburgh after.
All right. So. Saloma's closer. So you get to New Pittsburgh. Like I said, it's built by the Americans. And let's see here. It's a solid mass of metal and smoke with an imposing skyline that peaks towards the center of the dome with the Althauser Rocketry Building, corporate seat of the powerful Althauser family. The architecture is glass, steel, and Martian basalt. Kind of like almost like a 20th century metropolis, less than half a kilometer from what is otherwise a city of bright new constructions. So,
How
yeah.
do these people last as long as they did? It's a superpower.
Are you like Archer? How are you people a superpower?
Let's see here. Both of you can give me a perceive. Those of you looking for someone can give me a perceive check. Perception.
Much better. 41 under 75.
All right. Well, your muse has her face loaded on facial recognition software.
Hot 5
So both of you, as you're walking by, can see here in an American style craft brewery. They're watching ice hockey. And she's drinking Martian craft beers.
We should have brought Mercer.
Yeah,
I can tell you all about it.
yeah. Well, he can actually get if you need beer tips. I'm sure he can send you a recommendation over TACNet.
Well,
Yeah.
I tell you what. Since
They have
I'm
really good s'mores.
okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Since I'm never going to get to roll that roll any other time,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and do it.
All right.
I do not have a good suggestion for you.
Yeah.
This place is.
IPAs.
No,
the
no.
more hops, the better.
No, I look at their select.
IPAs never go out of
No,
fashion.
I'll look at what their side space. It's all swill.
Yeah, apparently. So you see her, and she's watching an ice hockey game.
So, you want to play this bad cop, bad cop?
What do we have that we can actually use to lean on her?
I mean,
If you want, you can give me knowledge, various skill checks.
This
I
one?
give you ideas.
This one.
bodyguarding or conspiracies?
Yeah.
Either of those?
Uh-huh.
Well, they're the exact same rating, so fuck it.
Wait, conspiracies, and what was the other one? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, good.
You can always spend pool points for clues.
Yeah.
Or Dust, you can make a roll of some type too.
I'm looking over my
Okay.
skill sets right now. Cause, all right. Would a raw perceive roll just specifically to watch her? I mean, or is that actually? I guess it'd be kinesics to see.
That
if
would be
she's
confusing to see if she's like
nervous,
really
or,
nervous or anything
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
let's give it a shot.
All right, sure. You can surveil her pretty easily.
She's got money riding on this game.
36 under 55.
But I mean, she's relaxed and confident. So if she's nervous, she's doing a great job hiding it. She's also in a public place right after. Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyways,
Putting a heavy lean on her right now is probably a bad idea.
yeah, you could stake her out.
Could do that.
I'm actually going to use, since I've got a shit ton of like nano swarms and bugs and whatnot. I'm going to slip a spy nano swarm with her, or no, a spec. I've got specs.
Okay. The the craft brewery will have security. You can't just send it through the door. You have to go in and get close to her.
Okay, no, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
We'll just go in, grab a nearby table if possible, or
Someone will have to make some kind of skill check to do that.
Infiltrate.
Infiltrate would definitely work.
I'm not an infiltrator.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Someone could use deception or persuasion to distract her while the other one plants it.
Or just even persuade our not.
Program.
My persuade's okay. It's not great, but it's okay.
Okay, I mean, I'm rocking 35 on persuade, 45 on deceive. So
Okay, well, you
Actually-
Steve's better than my persuade.
Actually, I will let Mercer make one last beer check, and if he does that, you can talk to her about beer and with giving his tips and distract her. And I'll give you a plus 20 bonus on your persuade check too.
Okay.
I will re-roll.
All right.
Even with the plus 20?
Can you flip it?
I cannot flip it. No.
Okay.
Hey, I got a drugs check.
You can just
Close
spin it for a
enough,
clue.
right?
So,
Yep.
Yeah, you see that she's really into, pilsners, and you can Mercer starts giving you tips on how to argue her about how pilsners are terrible. So give me a persuade check with plus 20 bonus.
All right. I'll tell you what.
Even with the plus 20?
Even with the plus 20. No
Oh,
good.
you could flip that though.
Yeah.
Spin a flex, you can flip it.
Well, I just spent my flex.
What type is it? Oh, that would be Moxie.
Is it Moxie? All right.
Yeah, it's social.
Right.
Moxie's for social. Yeah. All right.
Flip it.
So with that, you're able to distract her long enough for Dust to get in, plant the spec on her.
Yeah.
And that'll be So she's bugged. So you can sit back. Meanwhile, in Little Shanghai, which is again the newest and the crappiest. Let's see here. It's there's quite a bit of bright lighting. Basically, neon is back. They can manufacture it now because they can manufacture anything. So they just start pumping neon lights. There's narco algorithm dealers, loan sharks. You have to turn on all your ad blockers to keep out the load of viral infectious ads. Augmented reality graphics competing with the garish, lavacious signage overhead. That is just built. This was just built basically the day the fall happened. People started building habitats for refugees, and then they never stopped, and it's still building.
Yeah, so this is a rough spot you said earlier, right?
Yep.
So like, I got deceived pretty good, and this guy hasn't reported into work for a while.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go knock on his door with like a statement from the company, like I've been sent over, like you haven't come here.
Yeah.
You haven't reported in for several days.
Sure.
Please, we just need you to sign this, stating that we have warned you. You know, like just make some bullshit up
Yeah.
about the
That would
company.
be deception.
Yep. So I'm gonna go knock on his door.
Lies upon lies.
That's a 41 out of a lot.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he opens the door. He's
You
For
too?
110.
God, we are lying supreme.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, I'll sign it. So he opens his, door to his little hat block. What are you going to do?
Well, if you can see here, you haven't reported in the last few days. We just need standard signature.
Yeah, I caught something. I'm going through a decontamination process. I don't want to affect the pristine environment.
You do realize you need to report these things to your employer, or
Yeah,
else
I'll
they
tell
will,
community tomorrow. I heard the work was shut down today because of some incident.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that, buddy. Man, I'm just a grunt. We just need these things signed.
Yeah, he signs it. So what are you planning to do?
I'm trying to, get his fingerprint. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
get his fingerprint.
And a signature.
And now that he's
He's opened
doing
the
this
door.
while the door is open.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah,
Left
perception.
side. I've also got enhanced hearing. to
Who's
see
with you?
Me.
him.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. What are you doing? You've got TagNet. You can look through my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just scanning the room. Come on,
I
man.
mean, you could just shove him in there
look,
and
there's
start.
There's another.
You could scare him. You could kick him into it, and just grab him and. What do you know?
Look, man.
Actually, give me a kinesics check.
Okay. 53 out of 70. Yeah.
You all right? Yeah, he's clearly nervous.
That's a good success.
He is clearly got something to hide. He knows something about something, and he is like, oh God, Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm first listening. Let's see if we hear anything, perceiving anything
Just
else
him.
going on.
I mean, it's a very noisy city anyway, so there's constantly.
like within there.
You
I
can't separate
direct
it. I
with
mean,
enhanced
yeah.
hearing or anything.
Do you have enhanced hearing?
Yes.
Okay, give me
Yes.
give me a perceive check. So.
37 out of 50.
Come play now, my lord. Says the.
The MMO.
Yeah.
Hey, is that whatever the name of the
Age of
Clan of Kingmakers.
game is? Is that Clan of Kingmakers?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, yeah. It's a special beta. No one else.
Dude, man, if that's what you're playing, like, hey, why don't look. If we go to this section here, we can say that you were sick and so on.
Yeah.
It'll totally save you some time.
Yeah.
Look, man, here. I got to see your profile. Like, let me see.
He slams
Is
the
it
door.
okay?
No, sorry. I can't do it. All right. Are you gonna try and catch it?
Tom, where are you at? Like, are you?
I'm just kind of standing by. My plan was to break into his place, but
Okay.
you were doing the talking.
Well, he seems to be holed up in there. So
All right. You know what?
Communication.
As he does that, screw it. Let's use some psi stuff.
okay.
Fuck with this guy now.
Yeah.
You are now the brain,
short circuit.
You're now
Alright.
the brain fuckler.
Yeah. Give me
Yeah,
No,
guy with
short
the-
circuit his brain, his motor functions.
I got the name of this.
Oh,
I
I
think
just
it's-
open your
You're fine.
mind.
Yeah, psi. Make a psi roll. TSI.
13. Yep.
Yeah. You brain taser him. Good
Yep.
job.
I'm guessing blood.
Yeah.
Sure, and you too. It's.
All right.
I'm not. We're not doing the full async rolls because I haven't
Okay.
fully memorized them yet.
I'm gonna. Well, if he's knocked on the floor, then I'm gonna
Yeah, you have some
quickly
nano
zip
duct tape.
tie him.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll slide in. Just that worked.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give his computers and everything a good once over. You do
right.
what you do.
So you go in there. There's a big holographic display of the lady from Clan of Kingmakers. Play now, my lord. Play now, my lord. When you walk in there, she changes. Who are you?
Like this.
Skin flex, man. You should have let me. I could look like.
What are
him,
you
dude.
doing here?
I think that's what that does.
Yeah.
What did you do with him? What did you do with Michelangelo?
I'm gonna.
I was like,
Yeah.
actually, oh, we're
Okay.
we're friends. Like, I was
Okay.
we're like, oh no, we're just friends checking up on him. Lying.
All right, give me a deception check.
Lying to his computer.
Yeah.
How much you make about it? Or what did you roll? Exactly?
17.
All right, you got a 48. I'm calling his real friends. You should go now.
He has friends?
Stop.
Like,
Wait a minute. He's still there, right?
He's on the ground, sort of spazzing. Yeah.
I can read his surface thoughts, right?
Sure. Give me another side check.
I just did.
What'd you get?
Surface thoughts along the lines of, oh God, what's
What'd you
happening?
get?
32 out of
Ow,
I don't know. 75.
32.
Like,
yeah,
I'm
that beats him.
I'm trying to read like what the name of the muse is or whatever. See if I can catch that.
There's actually he's Sailfish is going to be so pissed at me.
So vicious.
I'm gonna try to hack while I can.
All right, you're hacking the computer with the holographic display.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, give me an infosec check with a negative 30.
Damn it! I was trying to.
Yep, I make it.
What'd you get?
39.
And what's your skill?
Skills at 80.
Okay.
Everything is 80, Ross. Just
All right, you're brute force hacking because you have to. And so, yeah, you're working on it. The holographic display spazzes out.
Like, I don't know how much time I have, so let's search this place top to bottom.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Guess I'll start the bedroom. I don't know.
All right, well, we'll get back to that. Meanwhile, Lee, you go to a fashionable coffee shop for New Shanghai where they grow their own coffee.
Yeah.
And fast grow it. And they don't just manufacture it like everyone else does. And she is there. She's like, hello. It's so nice to meet someone who appreciates Earth artifacts.
Yeah, I'm still pretty young, but I'm really, I'm just into all Earth stuff. Like, it's just cool. Like, what
I'm
is it?
bidding on a new. I'm really excited. I'm bidding on a soccer ball that I've wanted for a long time, and I think I'm going to get it.
Where did you find that?
Well, it just came on the market. I have my muse watches Mars Bay.
Well,
for
but I mean,
Earth
like, you said
relics.
you've been wanting it for a long time. Like,
Well, I know the owner, the current owner, and he's kind of a jerk.
Oh, really?
But I guess he needs some money. I don't know why. Maybe he's getting a divorce. I don't know.
he's getting a divorce.
Well, I mean, I don't. He didn't. I don't. I'm speculating. I don't know why he's selling it, but he just dumped a bunch of Earth
His wife
artifacts.
didn't get along very well, I guess.
Oh no. Well, that's we're getting off topic. We shouldn't talk. Yeah.
That's the most interesting part.
I thought you were here to talk. Who are you with again?
I'm just into Mars rumors.
Okay.
Like, that's one of my skills.
Okay,
I
you
know
give me a roll on
Mars
Mars
rumors.
All right.
Okay. No.
All right. Who are you with again? I thought you were with the,
I'm just
the
a-
Shanghai Courier.
That's who I'm with. I'm just into rumors. That's all.
Yeah, well,
and Earth artifacts.
I thought Earth artifacts. I kind of want to talk about that.
Okay, so soccer, eh?
Yeah, well, yes. My publicist sent over some nice images of me with the once I win the auction, of course.
Sure.
Confirmed of me holding
What got
it.
you into soccer?
Well, it's a physical sport where people actually sweated and touched dirt and things, and it's just so rare to see something like that in these days. And it was just so popular back on Earth that it's really helps connect us to our past.
It's really interesting that you call it a soccer ball, not a football.
Well, that's this. It's the American way is so much more sophisticated. Of course.
Yes, okay.
So,
Sophisticated
Sure.
Americans.
yeah.
I heard a little bit now.
So, you're just chatting with her. It would be deception to sort of bait her into revealing more.
All right, let's go ahead and try deception then.
All right.
Why 70? It's all I can roll is 70.
Yep.
But let's see here. What is that insight to flip or is that Moxie? I don't have any Moxie flips.
Okay.
So
You're already out of Moxie points?
I've never had any Moxie points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. You could use Flex, actually.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use my flex.
All right, so you'll succeed if you do that?
Yeah.
All right. She does tell you that they're Sarah and Kave have an icy relationship. That she is quite devoted to her work as an AI researcher. So she and Kava is kind of a brute. More money means I'm better than other people, and that I'm more. Yeah. So. There's been friction there.
But Sarah's an AI researcher?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So.
All right, so who's going to slip into a different avatar and go do virtual hot yoga with Sarah?
I think there's only one choice.
So, so that's the information you get out of her. You can give me a kinesics check if you have that as well.
I do. Not very good, but we'll try.
I'm sweating burning.
70 again.
All right.
77, so that's a critical fail, I think.
Oh, yeah. No, she...
geez.
actually, no, she's totally
God,
suspect. She
either
did it.
while
She
we're
had
doing
to.
a
She's
drug
super
dog
suspicious.
stuff.
She's so...
Petra, man.
She looks so unconcerned and so casual.
Like,
She's just
that's
sociopath.
that's gotta be hiding something.
Yeah. So, so that's about all you can get with
She
that
was
critical
so
failure.
willing to talk that I think that there's something up.
Yeah. Or you're also paranoid. Oh no, she's going to lure you into a trap. She has her Black Ops bodyguards right behind you.
I gotta go. See
Yeah,
ya.
exactly. So,
It's the guy with the dog head.
yeah.
I'm
Meanwhile,
trying to find my way out of there. Zip.
in New Pittsburgh, the Salome leaves and starts heading somewhere. So,
We've already got a bug on her, so
yeah.
just track from a distance and then look for possible intercepts. but-
she's going down to the Aries River, which is an artificial river that cuts through Val's New Shanghai.
Again, is this any kind of trying to figure out a good way to use some of these skills that I just got loaded
I
with?
believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to make sure? Can we figure out where? specific people she might be meeting with, reasons for her going to this specific area.
Reason for going to this area, yeah, you can give me some kind of skill check. Anything about the city or security ops or...
I have security ops.
You don't have Mars rumors.
Security ops.
Security ops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Works.
Mm-hmm.
53. Made it.
Yeah, this is the Ares River is pretty quiet. If you don't have an aquatic morph or something to go in the water, you can look at a river that's basically a big, oversized drainage ditch kind of thing. There's not much there. Like, so, unless you want to swim in that, a featureless river, there's no reason there. So it's a great place to meet people. There's actually not nearly as much surveillance systems there because of all the industrial machinery to keep the water moving and everything. It creates a lot of noise. There's a lot of blind spots. So yeah, it's a great place to meet people on the down low.
Is she meeting with anybody from a criminal organization? I've got cartel and triads.
Nice.
Yeah, give me both.
All right. Just rolling. It's going to both the two separate rolls or what?
Yeah, separate rolls.
Okay, triads.
Yeah.
70 under 80.
Well, if you made it, yeah, she's meeting triad members.
Okay. So, and anybody I recognize, or is it just?
You know what triad they're with? They're with the 16K.
Okay.
I think that's the name. It's a triad. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we're just gonna
they have stuff all that for all the triads. I'm not gonna dig that information right now.
We'll just go with it for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep observing from a distance.
All right, they start scanning her.
Okay, so the bug's going to be found here pretty soon.
Yep. What do you guys want to do before you realize that? Yeah, the triad would definitely scan her for bugs.
And that is the kind of people I'd have a rep with. So, do you want to step out of the shadows here, or unless you got some other? I mean, I've got more like long distance surveillance stuff, but they're going to find it. So,
I mean, yeah, if you could do the talking with them, sure, I got you back.
There's three of them, so like,
yeah, I've got a polygun pistol, so I can have that thing morphed into a machine pistol. Yeah.
All right. So,
New Pittsburgh has pretty good security, so like you were not going to get much. They would only have pistols. They're not going to have like heavy weapons.
Yeah.
You might encounter heavy weapons in Little Shanghai, but not here.
Yeah.
Unless they make an active effort to do it, which is if they're just going for, if they're not.
Yeah. I'll just saunter on in.
All right, they freeze. She freezes. They're like,
hold my hands up for a second, showing I'm not currently holding a weapon.
Yeah.
Whatever basic, underworld handshake is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to interrupt this get together. Recall the bug, because it is a literal insect.
Yep.
Spy bot.
The elite triad member, his name is Chen, says, "Oh, you got muscle. You don't trust us that much? Look, we'll make the deal with you. The cred's for the people. That's what we agreed on. You didn't need to bring heavies in. You could have had more money, buy more people off." She's like, "Well, you can't blame me for being paranoid, but I have the amount we agreed on. How are we going to do this?" And she both pings you with big, like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
essentially, I guess in a factor fashion, I can just play along with her and kind of use this to leverage her afterwards.
okay. So, yeah, she negotiates with them a little bit. Both of you can give me some kind of check to try and figure out what the fuck this deal is.
Would perceive work?
Yeah.
Perceive would just let you know about who they are. Actually, yeah, you could get information with perceive. Yeah, actually.
I got perceive. I got security ops, triads, cartel.
You can give me You can give me triads. You can give me perceive.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Yeah.
25 under 75. So
60 under 80.
Yeah, one of them has a customized case that you recognize as being something to carry around cortical stacks, like armored.
Okay.
Yeah. He gave that up. That was
I know,
part
but
of
it's
the
like
plot.
it's kind of just everyone like
Yeah.
initially thinks that for just a second.
Did you make yours?
Second.
Yeah. 60 under 80.
Yeah, apparently she's buying people out of slavery from the Triads.
I bet.
Like people buying out their contracts with the Triads. People have gone into the debt with the Triads, and then she's rescuing them from the organization, essentially.
Okay, so altruism.
Oh, god damn it. Altruism.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no,
Wow.
I didn't say damn it. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that we.
No, it's a good person, so we're going to have to use kid gloves and everything. And
Fuck it.
Yeah. She's spending a lot of money for this.
It's the a lot of money that has me
Yeah.
wondering. It's what we're going to talk to her about.
Yeah. Also, not really viewed as a good thing in the Hypercorp system because, legitimizing triads, it's just kind of still highly illegal.
Oh, still recorded.
Yeah.
Is that C-Rep?
Yeah, I believe that's C-Rep, yeah. Anyway,
was trying to remember that
so yeah, this is something you could totally nail her for if you wanted to send her to prison for a long time or that kind of
Wanted
thing.
leverage. We got it.
That's what I was looking for.
All right, so meanwhile, back at Michelangelo's bedroom, both of you can give me. You're still hacking. That's a test.
I am. I guess it's gonna perceive. I don't know, like
Sure.
because I'm trying to just go.
Yeah,
through
forensics.
Shit. I don't.
Okay, well, perceive.
I've got infiltrate. That's yeah.
Yeah, that's not what. Yeah, perceive is fine.
Yep, on the money.
Okay. You find a hard drive. Do you want to connect to it?
No, but I.
Am I connected enough that if I connect to it, I'll know?
Yeah.
Like via Hacknet?
Yeah. As a researcher, though, if there's a virus or something, you'd be exposing him and yourself to it, though.
But I'll know if it's got
Well, I'll
the
show
money.
Tom.
Yeah,
on
but
it.
if it has a virus,
But
too.
if
Wait a
it's
minute.
got the virus,
Yeah.
I will be
Would you have
virus.
shared that via TACnet with Tom, who's also like an infosec maniac?
He's actually has physical access to the machine. It's not, so he can hack
Well,
it. more
the
effectively.
information she got about being able to recognize it.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
could-
Yeah, you all have that. You all
What
have
about
that.
this thing?
well, I'm kind of busy right now.
Yeah, yeah. Give me another perception check there.
Ooh, okay.
That's right.
The guard dog appears.
That would be a
Huckleberry.
Is that a note?
98, not an 88. I thought it was.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. Things are fine.
Huh?
Things are fine.
Things are fine. It's awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to set that by Tom.
Okay.
So here's something. I'm going to go look for more stuff.
All right. As you do, Michelangelo's no longer in the hallway. You don't see him.
I thought he was inside. Like,
Yeah, he was inside. Like You just
No, he
dropped
dragged him
him right at the door, like in the hallway. You didn't say you were moving him or anything.
oh, I thought like
Yeah, that's what I thought.
he was inside, and like he was inside the doorway,
Yeah, inside the hallway of the
not the
the,
outside.
the
hallway
inside
of
hallway.
the inside
Oh,
hallway.
of-
Yeah.
Like
of
the
his
entry
Okay,
hallway.
okay. His
Yeah,
entry
yeah, yeah.
hallway. Okay, because I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, wrong hallway. Okay,
Okay,
so he's no longer there. He's no longer in the
right.
apartment. However, there is someone else there.
Dun dun dun.
There is a woman in combat armor holding a shredder at you.
Oh, hi.
Hi, who the fuck are you?
Company man here to go through Michelangelo's credentials. No, hired
He
by-
wants to tell me he quits. He quit, so get the fuck out.
Yeah, well, he gave us permission to be here.
I'm revoking the permission.
And who are you?
Fuck you is who I am. Get the fuck out.
Tom, by the way.
A shredder, by the way, is like a
I know,
large,
it's shotgun thing.
shotgun that fire. Basically, it's a fully automatic weapon that fires shards, really pointy, sharp ones.
It's like a shrapnel gun.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And you're in a small room.
Look, lady.
Do either of you knowledge skills about gangs or crime?
Smugglers, black market, drugs.
A black market, yeah.
That would be a critical. Is that a critical
I
failure?
forget. It's a
If
straight
it- 100 is a critical failure.
I know shit.
Okay, I'll see what I know.
That's an exurgent. You need to kill her right now.
All right, brain fuckle.
Yeah.
I guess.
You okay? Yeah. Give me psi.
Oh God.
I mean, I critically failed. I mean,
Yeah.
I got to play it.
You can spend a point of
I
flex to
succeed,
negate it.
but I may not matter in the next couple seconds. But I know what she is. I think.
You can spend a point of flex or...
No, fuck it. Let's do it.
Sure.
All right.
8.
17. She resists. Yeah. She fires.
Frey? Is it Frey?
Yeah, it is.
Frey!
So it begins.
All right. She has kinetics. Oh, wait.
I
have
didn't
these
start it
stats.
for once.
Look at me. We're keeping it on the up and up over here.
There is a window, by the
There's-
way, that an octopus could fit through.
That's kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing here.
No one's gonna make a Michelangelo and Shredder.
All right. Yeah, in this
Oh, we totally missed it.
Oh,
Good call.
damn.
Very good. Very
Renee,
good
you
one.
get a point of flex for that.
Dang!
All right. She got 69. Nice.
That passes.
Boost.
Yeah.
There's no way I can do it unless I
Close
get a
range,
critical
plus
success.
30.
I have 14. Can I upgrade that?
Nope. It won't matter. Like she got double superior.
Really? All right.
Actually, if you spend 2 points of vigor, or a point of vigor and a point of flex, or 2 points of flex, you could.
Okay, I got it. I guess I'll do both.
Yeah, or you take the damage.
Nah, fuck that. I don't want to hurt.
Okay. The shred goes off. Just parts of the apartment, all the cheaply manufactured furniture, neo IKEA stuff just disintegrates.
Space lumber!
Yeah, the space.
So you want
lumber.
to
This
tell
is
me what the hell this was? I'm fighting now?
And yeah, it's just a good chunk of the apartment's in decor.
Wait,
and
wait.
everything's gone.
What is she, by the way? I succeeded on the roll.
She's a member of the Dead Rabbits, a local gang.
She's-
People here pay gangs for protection instead of
It's
the
like,
police.
she's a gangster.
You said dead rabbits? Like
Yeah.
The Irish one?
All they know is movies and shit like that.
Guns, right?
No, I'm Blades.
I
Next
couldn't
up,
think
the
of a
baseball
better name.
players.
Sorry.
Focus
Anyways.
on me.
So, yeah, she has a dead rabbit painted on her combat armor. That's how you recognize her. But, yeah, so that's her action. We'll just go... We won't bother with initiative for this because, what are you going to do, Mercer?
I'm going to try to sneak around her while she's shooting at him.
There's two... Do you have optical camouflage or
I have
anything?
chameleon skin.
Oh, yeah, you can try.
Go on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Essentially, like I'm doing the octopus thing.
Are you...
Bomb.
Yeah.
Unlike Octodad,
Yeah, I make it.
Tom's very good.
what
at
did you get?
sneaking.
28.
28. She still gets a chance to perceive you because...
This is not
Weird.
the Spider-Man game where nobody looks over their head.
Right.
You beat that.
Yay!
All right. It is dark in here, and she is...
I'm crawling along the ceiling.
Yeah. She loses track of you. She knows you're still somewhere nearby, so her combat muse is probably beep, beep, beep. Optical camouflage detected.
Well, actually, no, it's natural, but
Okay, well, camouflage detected, yeah. So it knows that you're near... She's just like, oh, where'd he go? She knows you're close, but... She didn't forget you exist. She has object permanence.
That's not how camouflage works.
Yeah.
no, she needs to forget the very idea of me.
Anyways, what are you going to do, Huckleberry?
I kind of want to get the hell out of here, but
There is a window.
what?
It is 3 stories up, but this is Mars. Gravity is lower.
TACnet, don't forget that stupid hard drive.
Oh,
Yeah.
You left it on the table, didn't you?
I'm trying to keep you from being killed.
If you spend a point of flex, I'll say one of your errant tentacles grabbed it.
Yes, we'll do that.
Because you're an octopus, and they do that.
It's like actually this one I like best.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Good
the
old,
smartest tentacle.
good old Twitchy.
It's like good old L3.
Yeah, L3, sure.
Unlike Derpus, the other
Left
tentacle
third,
that's
okay.
holding on to
What are you
one of the
gonna
guy's
do?
figurines or whatever.
You can jump out the window if you want to get out.
I kind of want to try to see if I can backpedal this a little bit and deceive her and to be like, wait a minute, I just saw your insignia, your...
I thought you were an exsurgent. Naturally.
I just saw your...
I saw
Sorry?
rabbits and thought exsurgents.
So,
It's a natural.
so wait a minute here. I want to backpedal it and be like, what do I know about them just really quick off black markets?
You failed. You don't know off the top of your head.
He said what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You know-
I told you
You
I
failed,
ID'd her.
though.
Yeah, you failed the name.
Who are you?
Do you have a point of flex left?
Nope.
Okay, well, you're kind of SOL then.
All right, fine. let's
If you had
keep
insight,
going, I guess.
I don't know.
You could run, jump out the window if you want to, or you can fight.
I just want to keep playing with my mind powers and die, I guess.
You can't get re-sleeved.
Choices were made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
So
I'll
we could
run.
play
Yeah,
stack.
this is too much.
Yeah.
I could tell how you died afterwards. I have
You
forensic.
got shot.
All right, I got an 11.
Yeah. You're both gone.
Yeah.
And you have the hard drive with you. You weren't able to finish the hack there. You can give me one more infosec check, though.
Missed it. 86.
Yeah, you don't know exactly what was going on. Even with a fail check, you realize Michelangelo was probably the vector in how Magnetic Island got compromised. Someone or something compromised Michelangelo and then used that to gain access to the security systems of Magnetic Island to set this up.
Okay.
So, but you don't know exactly how. You have no clues about the identity of the hacker. So, still
Yes.
someone really good at hacking.
Yeah, we're totally sending.
So yeah,
a
you
picture
both
of
run.
this chick, 'cause you know all
The dead rabbit
Yeah.
gangster. You see, if you had a point of flex, you could have said you knew the leader of the dead rabbits. So,
If they send me a picture, and
Oh, see,
I'm
I was trying
waiting
to.
yeah.
around.
But with that in mind, you got some clues. So, but yeah, the dead rabbits don't chase you because it's protection. Get people who Michelangelo's paid up to the end of the month on protection.
Basically, he probably just called security on you, essentially.
Yeah,
'Cause
security just happened to be a gang
assaulted
member. Yeah. So let's see here. All right. So yeah, back to New
Should
Pittsburgh.
have let me skin mask the.
We didn't think quick enough for that.
Triads left yet?
The triad. Yeah, the deal's secure. She gets 24 stacks, approximately. I mean, she doesn't open it to verify. She just plugs in to verify it, and then she says, "Yes, associates, let us go.
Quite.
Follow me, and stay close."
Of course.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound suspicious.
When you get back up onto the street level, basically you have to walk along the riverside. There is a waiting hover car.
Mind if we bum a ride?
Oh, I insist. Please get in.
We just have a few questions.
Yeah, no, we all have questions. In the hover car, you can see there's a driver and there is another person in it.
Anybody we recognize?
If you want to spend a point of flex, otherwise, no.
Why the fuck not? Let's do it.
Sure. This person is a. Well, you recognize them. They're wearing a new morph, but it's a Ruster, which is a organic morph optimized for Martian atmosphere. So they don't need to use as much. Basically, they still need a suit, but they don't need as much life supports. So they can, live a lot longer in the extremes. Red skin against Ruster. This is. Let's see here. Give me a cool outlaw type name.
Jesse.
Jesse. Yeah, Jesse. Jesse is a Barsoomian, essentially a Martian independence activist.
Ooh, I know stuff about Barsu.
And Jesse knows you.
I've probably done some work.
Yeah. So, Jesse.
With his girl.
Yeah. Heyo. So, you all get in the car together. It takes off.
Jesse?
They, let's see, Saloon kind of is clearly messaging Jesse. You're not invited to those messages, so they kind of just stare at you for about a minute. They're like, okay. So Jesse said, well, all right. So my friend here, Saloon doesn't know why you popped in unexpectedly, but you and I have done business in the past. It's been...
We're just trying to keep this all in the up and up. We're just trying to follow a few leads on an issue that's come up recently.
Yeah, you usually, when there's issues, you're usually in the middle of them.
Well, that's how I get paid.
Yeah, I know Dust. So, yeah, you already saw it. You probably guessed. Salome knows a lot of people, and she was able to broker a deal. Some people that some Barsoomians that we couldn't get back ourselves, and the Triads could. So
That's, frankly, liberation's good.
Mm-hmm.
what we're concerned about is some possible, ties that Salome might have had, and where that money came from.
Well, look, tit for tat. I already gave you some information. You need to give me something information about what you're looking into for so long. So I was like, I've been working on this full time. Why are you like?
Well,
Yeah.
our client was,
You have a client.
yes,
Uh-huh.
basically lost a lot of money recently.
Uh-huh.
We're trying to figure out where that money went. Salome has had interactions with this client in the past.
Does this client have a name?
Are we under any contractual obligation not to reveal Kaveh Ripley?
Obviously he doesn't want you to, but like NDAs don't really fucking matter at this
Okay.
point. Like it's your discretion.
Okay.
This is all shady as shit anyway. So.
Yeah, pretty much. Kaveh Ripley, some huevo reach motherfucker.
So I'm just that motherfucker. Can't leave me alone. That fucker. He tried to get me banned from this city.
Well, he's looking after his own interests, which are probably...
It's not even his interest at this point. It's just because I embarrassed him.
That's how they are.
Yeah.
But listen, that part is not important. We're wondering where this money came from. Is it his money?
Jesse says it's our money.
How is it raised then? Did you,
We have
big
ways.
sale? I mean... Okay, I'll try and keep a read on them. I'm trying to see if they can... give me
All
a
right,
reason.
fine. There are things out in the Titan quarantine zone. Things that are valuable. If you bring them and sell them to the right people, you can make a lot of creds.
So you're stalking?
Not all the time, but if we need money for something,
And this money specifically came from that?
yes.
Have a good day.
Read it, see if she's happy.
Yeah.
That is not flippable. My kinesis is not high enough. Do you want to try?
I mean, you can try for free, so.
I mean, I don't really have kinesics, but yeah.
Actually, all of you can kinesics. TACnet!
Yeah, there we go.
Tacnet.
Yeah.
Put her face up as she's doing the thing.
18, I got it.
I made it.
I got a critical success.
There you go.
11 under 40.
I mean, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
There's this
perfect.
thing. Did you notice this?
They're telling the truth. You realize, Lee, that they just admitted to a major fucking felony, like a bunch of crimes, like Titan, like it's
There's a reason it's called the quarantine.
Yeah, it's a quarantine zone. It's taking things from the quarantine zone and selling them is super profitable, and a lot of people do it, but it's also super illegal, and they'll fucking like put you in cold storage for that.
yeah.
Hey, I know some Barsoomians, and yeah, they're cool.
I'm just going to say,
This is
Well, a lot of them are pretty much like kill the hypercorpse at any message, depressurize an entire habitat, kill 1,000 people. Fuck it, if it hurts. So like, there's degrees.
I'm just
of it.
saying, like, going and stealing stuff from the restricted zone, that's fine compared to some Barsoomians.
I'm just going to say that, you know what?
Yeah.
I mean, you're willing to throw it out on the line like that, and I'll trust you. It sounds like basically you probably didn't do this thing to Kaveh. I bet you probably wish you had, but I'm guessing you didn't.
What happened to him?
Kind of got fucked up and somebody stole all his money, so he has to sell everything off.
Ha!
But I didn't tell you that.
Yeah. Well,
Just bask in the glow of knowing he got fucked.
also, you realize, though, if they're getting Barsoomian stacks back from the Triads, that means you basically just watched a jailbreak.
Yeah.
So they probably copied a bunch of forks that were in cold storage of Barsoomian terrorists, and at least, a copy of them are now running around, or will be running around in something soon.
So, but we're just gonna keep this quiet for the moment, but just try to make sure none of this crosses my path again.
Yeah, I understand. I appreciate you. I trust you enough, Dusk, to tell you this. But of course, this goes both ways. If we get raided and something bad happens to us, we'll just have to assume you sold us out.
I can see that. Again, I'm not planning on releasing this because, why?
Yeah,
I have no
exactly.
reason.
Why?
So, like I said, if anything starts getting kind of hinky involving any of that around us, and if you start getting a little pressure, let's have a sit down.
All right,
it
this
simple.
next part's going to be a little bit of a pain. We didn't really plan for you to be here. And you look and you realize you're flying over the Ares River. The gull wing door opens up and the car sort of tilts down. But you just both splash down in there.
Yeah.
Shake off a little bit. Get to shore. Well,
You're on the edge of the city at this point. Like,
at least nobody shot at us.
I shake my coat off.
you call a Neo lift to bring you back. So at this point you can all go back to your agency headquarters to figure out your next step, or what do you want to do?
Okay, so Salome's off the list.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been most of a day at this point. Yeah.
Petra, still have some questions on that.
You two have to spend some time just running through Little Shanghai to avoid.
I failed, and I found her to be super suspicious.
Yeah.
So
I still have questions over it, but the wife still setting off all kinds of red bells and whistles for me.
Yep.
All right, so we actually should where are you going to go next? Like, first off, Little Shanghai crew. Where are you heading to next? You do have to book it out of Little Shanghai. There's a 3-hour bounty on you for 1,000 credits put out by the Dead Rabbit. So you just have to beat feet.
Can I give them an assist for knowing where the triads are and how they operate to tell them a place they can lay low for a bit?
Sure.
Yeah, all right. That might help. 66 out of 80.
Oh yeah.
Okay, listen.
That's like the
You're going to go to the Happy Feet. Don't ask why it's called that. Now, you might see some disturbing shit. They got bored of the cloned Habu Cobra fights, and now they just keep a giant shark tank and throw people in if they owe too much money. They give them a knife and say, "Have at it."
The Mueller pit.
Yep. So you might want to, if you want to bet while you're there, you might look a little less suspicious.
Yeah.
And the Dead Rabbits do not fuck with that place.
All right, good to know.
Also, avoid talking to people as much as possible.
Well, I don't like doing that anyway.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
I do though.
Should pull over in about an hour if you're in there.
Yeah. The bounty will expire by then.
Our stars are going down.
Then let's just.
It's exactly that. They've adopted that as a legal standard.
Then let's
least
get
in
back to the
Little
office and share notes.
Yeah. All right. So by the time you can all reconvene and get back to the office, and kind of figure out what your next step is. So as you do that, you can dump all your information on a air gap server that has basically a high-end AI to help you sort of analyze and put clues together.
This one's the cat, not the Clippy.
Yeah. And so, everyone can make I'll let everybody ask one question of the AI based on all the clues you've assembled, and it will try to answer based on the evidence you have. So you don't have to make a skill rolls, just ask a question. Remember your mission is to figure out who did this and what happened to the money.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a question for the AI, the clue AI?
Well, we know that the guy, Michelangelo was just the guy that was set up to do it.
Well, the AI says no. Michelangelo is not the hacker. He was the doorway into the system. He was the weak link in their security.
They used him.
The holographic, the system that was, it appears that a fork of the hacker or the hacker itself observed you in the apartment, is my analysis. When it asked you who you were, it probably was the one to alert the Dead Rabbits.
So is the MMO, was that the point of entry into...
That was how the hacker was most likely able to compromise Michelangelo and get access to his security credentials. If you had more time to finish your analysis of the computer at Michelangelo's apartment, I would have been able to compare it with the data available from Magnetic Island and confirm it. But there is a 65% chance that is how the hacker got into the security system at the resort, at the park.
Okay, so Primary suspect employs hacker or is hacker. Operates through MMO. Gets into weak link. That's the actual point of entry, but we still need to either contact this hacker or find some other route to isolate who would have hired them. So we're still apparently looking at Petra. It's a little weak, but still could be. And we need to look at Sarah because and Sarah's into AI research.
And supposedly their relationship was frosty, but when we saw her, they were not frosty. She was not frosty whatsoever.
She was playing him like a fiddle. So I mean.
All right, so that's your question, and your question as well.
Yeah.
Anybody else have a question for the Clue AI? Before we move things along, or
what is Sarah's research / what would her motivation be for stealing her husband's money?
No, you have not provided enough evidence about Sarah for me to speculate as to a potential motive for her.
Yeah, we haven't checked
all the evidence would indicate you have one rumor indicating a frosty bad relationship, and then your observed evidence is that she is loving and caring for her husband, which would contradict that. Therefore, I cannot provide an analysis of that.
But we've seen enough movies, and
need I remind you,
my
Huckleberry,
computer
that despite
not
your
seen any
insistence
movies.
that reality is not a movie.
okay, let's see.
They lied to me.
Yeah. If
That's-
nobody
that's
else has,
Avalon's.
I do have additional information that you have not sufficiently given me. Speaking of evidence you have not given me to analyze, you have not analyzed the explosive.
That's right. We were going to go to
Oh
Tammy
yeah,
the
what's
chemist.
the?
It is an exotic chemical compound. I believe you said you knew someone, a Tammy.
Yes.
She is in Little Shanghai. You could return to talk to her. I'd recommend doing it in person rather than doing it online.
I'll go with that one.
At this point, though, there is a knock
Probably
at the
not a good
door,
idea.
and the door opens. Donut delivery, says a cheerful little flying little robot. It hovers in, drops down a donut.
Hand slides
Here.
in her coat.
We also have coffee with cream. So everyone, give me
Donuts of doom.
give me a fray check. Actually,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, actually, yeah. What are you doing? Are you?
I'm swatting the thing. Like,
All
how
right.
big is, it's a pretty small drone, right?
It is large enough to carry a full thing of donuts.
Right.
And with this little ball, it is pouring cream into a container of coffee.
What I'm
Chuck
getting at is
something
it's
at
small enough I can bap it back through the door.
It is like at least 10 feet away from the closest of you.
Oh, okay.
If it's okay. Weird instinct says.
Actually, let's do initiative then.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Okay, so initiative.
so is 1d6 plus your initiative bonus.
All right.
Well, you said roll Frey, and I just rolled that.
9.
Sorry.
12.
You can keep that if that's what you want to do.
10.
I do.
Okay.
8.
Let's see here. So 11,
12.
I got 10.
12. What are you doing?
Okay, my brain's on weird, exotic, mixed chemicals exploding.
Yeah.
And it's mixing chemicals right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to fucking just quick draw and shoot whatever arms are trying to do some pouring or whatever.
All right.
Get that chemical out somehow.
Okay. Which one? The coffee or the creamer?
It's pouring the creamer into the coffee, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to...
It is pouring it right now.
I'm going
as
to
time is
I-
slowing
I'm going to shoot the
down.
coffee arm to try
Okay.
and see if that can bounce it out.
All right, negative 30.
Negative 30? Okay. Guns, okay, 55.
To quick draw and do that hella aim shot. All right, there you go.
I'm going to spend one vigor to make... Okay, it's like I failed by one, so I don't know if I can spend a vigor to turn that into a basic success or what.
You can flip it. That's it. You can.
That flipping's not going to help with this one.
Okay, well then.
All right.
You failed.
I tried.
All right. It said there was anybody at 11. No, it was going at 11. All right. It pours it. Everyone can give me, except for Sean, give me a fray check because he were.
I got 22.
I tried.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yep. I got like right on.
Oh,
Crit
I'm under.
failed.
All right.
So I
let's
critically succeeded.
see. Okay, yes, no.
Like,
Let's see here. 7 plus 9. 16 plus 16 plus 1. 21 damage if you failed. If you have armor,
I have armor.
Okay.
I have armor.
you can use half of that. It has armor piercing on it.
Is it kinetic? So it's kinetic?
Yes, it is kinetic.
I have armor plus a bonus from my morph. So
Okay.
I guess half of that total. Is it round up or down?
Round up. So, what's your armor then?
My total armor against kinetic is 13.
So,
Seven.
so 21. Yeah, minus 7, 14
So-
damage.
You and I, afraid. After it gets
So
on
it'd be
there,
18
I'm going to
to me.
stand up and go.
18
"Who
damage to
ordered
you.
coffee
Okay.
and donuts?"
What's your durability?
I don't know.
I
I
have
couldn't
no
find
glasses.
that stuff
Okay.
when I was trying.
Are you using a
giant
pregen?
cephalopod eyes.
No.
Okay. That would be on your morph type.
Yeah.
You are an
Guess
exalt.
next time we should go with
You're probably pretty
decaf.
wounded, but you're definitely not dead.
And then a rain of fists just come from the sky.
Sorry, did you say you were an Olympian?
I did.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, that's terrible.
Durability 40.
Okay.
So, yeah, that hurts, but you're not destroyed. Your clue bot, though, your clue AAI thing is ruined, as it is heavily, exploded.
No.
And
Cluebot.
yep. So, did you make your?
You don't have a
I made it.
All right. So you got under the table essentially.
Well, I'm very small too. So
Yeah.
that helps.
Yeah. Let's see here. So actually, you would take half damage though, minus your.
Oh, I
armor,
do
though.
take it, even though
Yeah.
I made it.
Yeah, you'd have to get a critical success to fully evade it. 'Cause,
I did not make a critical
This is like-
success.
oh god, it's like
Yeah.
it's
So what's
like
your
the old,
armor?
like my first
That's
coffee
what I'm
incident.
looking.
Never.
I know that
Okay.
I
I'm
saw
telling
it, and of course now.
All right. Well, you can just figure that out.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, your office got exploded. So,
Very quietly
yeah.
in the background. Pete, Jesse,
Yes.
are we still cool?
Yes.
You didn't send me some donuts?
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
We're good.
All right.
Beep. Just gotta make sure.
Yeah, they would send people in, not a bomb.
You never know.
Okay, that's fair.
When it says my armor is 6/4, what does that mean?
It's kinetic energy. So you have 6 points of armor.
Okay. So 21 and half is
11 or yeah.
10 or 11.
Round up.
So okay, 11 minus 6.
No, 5 damage, yeah. So lightly singed. So yeah, it's it seems the bomber or the hacker is onto you to a degree, but he didn't get you.
And yeah,
What are you gonna do? There is a contact
I'm
with the
blaming
People's
you two
Militia.
for this.
This is People's Militia. We've detected an explosion in your office. You have basic coverage. If you want, we will come in there and perform basic first aid. Well, you have the waiver because of your security thing. Can we have access to your office?
what do you guys think?
I mean, I'm not hurt very much, but
I will need some attention because yeah, I took 14.
Okay.
I mean, I took 18, so
Yeah, we probably need to get
All right.
repaired.
Yeah.
All right, they send their paramedics in. Let's see here. You both heal 5 damage.
do I heal
Oh
5
yeah,
damage
my armor
too?
has medical repair too.
That'll heal the rest of it over time. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right.
You're a robot, so they have first aid spray. So yeah, you can have that healed.
Yeah.
So I'm good again.
Essentially, nano repair spray. But yeah, your ClueBot AI is destroyed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If they ask, we just say bad coffee.
Or like
No, man.
coffee
No.
maker incident.
No.
All right, so you do know it did tell you
I
that
can't have mine, you
Tammy
can't have yours.
Tammy was is somebody you still need to talk to,
Yeah, and I was thinking about, like, well,
and you haven't
can we get
investigated
some
Sarah
stuff from this explosion?
Yeah, I'll just gather up. It should
Gather
be
up
pretty
some
easy.
stuff from here, yeah.
yet.
Should be pretty easy.
And then,
And then
that's
have that
kind of an
comparison.
elaborate way to use, like, a drone service. Did we see, like... wait a minute. Can we rewind in our mind to see, like, what ad or wherever this
Yeah, it was
thing
Neo
came from?
Krispy
Is it-
Kreme.
Okay, so...
That's why
So
it hurts.
gross.
Actually, everyone give me perception
I
checks.
never would have ordered that.
As you rewind and look at your
Nope.
memories.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
You said perception, right?
Yeah, can you turn that off? Yeah.
I made it.
All right, yeah. With that, you can see that the logo's a little messed up, and that, this is somebody who had access to.
No, Krispy Kreme doesn't even deliver.
Well, they did, but not in, like.
Our
Basically,
office.
it's a forgery.
we're out of
It's
the
not
radius.
actual Neo
Yeah,
Krispy Kreme.
yeah.
So because they don't deliver creamer anymore, not since the incident.
Well,
Not since the incidents.
Well, there was an exurgent virus outbreak. Somebody contaminated the creamer, took out a couple office blocks. So yeah, you can talk to Tammy, or
I'll head in with Huckleberry to talk to Tammy.
okay. And then you haven't looked at Sarah. Who wants to do that?
Tom.
What?
I'm volunteering Tom.
To look into the victim's wife.
Yep.
I'll go.
And
Okay.
Chase?
you could probably
sure.
sneak around while somebody keeps her busy.
That's my plan.
All right.
Okay.
But you're also the other face. That's why I was.
No, not if it's persuade. I can only lie. I mean, I can persuade a little bit, but
Okay.
I'm a bullshitter.
Secrets and lies.
Secrets. All right.
Well, so you're going to go to their apartment and talk to her,
Tammy?
or Sarah, the wife? Oh yeah, I know you pointing at him.
I'm thinking her too.
Yeah. All right. So
I
Lee and Mercer are going to Sarah.
And
Okay.
And Sarah as well.
Oh, and Con. Okay.
So do you want me to just be sneaking in while you guys are directly talking?
Yeah.
I would say if it's all right for me to butt in with this one, Con, keep her distracted, but be there for muscle.
Yeah.
Mercer, try and get some kind of physical bead on something going on there. And Lee, if you can hack their Gibson while they're distracted, get some information that maybe she wouldn't normally share. Monitor communications. Who's she been talking to lately? Did she just call in an order from somebody? Has she been on a hot new MMO?
I'm just gonna, infosec hack, like straight up.
All right. So you're heading to their apartment. Meanwhile, back at Little Shanghai, so you're going to
Yep.
Little Shanghai, and was anyone else going?
I was going.
Okay, yeah.
Well, since I'm going back into Little Shanghai, I'm probably going to be looking a little different.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have smart clothing.
You're a bit singed.
What's your new look now?
I don't know. I'm going to go a little retro, a little,
Okay.
I don't know.
You gonna look like the Bonds?
Slightly post-fall, like
Okay.
Tracksuit.
grunge. I don't know.
Yeah, you could go that. Yeah.
Just wear a tracksuit.
Yeah.
Apocalyptic grunge.
Yeah, apocalyptic grunge. There you go.
Yeah.
Pull on a new
Pretty
overcoat.
common style in Little Shanghai.
But without a mullet, because those don't.
What are those?
Right. We don't. Yeah, we have mullet blindness here. So you get to Tammy's section of Little Shanghai, which is she has custom designed hat blocks. They look like RV trailers, which is an anachronistic. Anachronistic type of shelter back in the past. So yeah, just RV trailers.
Why do they put
stacked up
wheels
in-
on these things?
Yeah. But there's a couple of guys, there's a robot and a wife beater.
It's either that or gears.
and a carrying a flamethrower. It's like, what y'all want?
Catch a ride!
Do I recognize?
I forgot. Did you spend a point to know, Tammy? Or no, you made a roll.
I made a roll.
That's like
Yeah.
Huckleberry. Your people?
Yeah, that's
Why is that guy's head all fuzzy?
that's Cletus iteration 305. Every time with some AGI that's been programmed to act like a hillbilly from popular media and just given life and as a guard, they like every time it gets blown up, they delete it and reformat and make a new one. So 308 times so far. So
Cletus, I'd hate for it to be.
don't patronize me. I knows y'all can't talk. You can talk like no. I got programmed to talk like I don't like talking like this. I got to do my brain that it only work this way.
It's only going to get worse if we have to make it 309.
Oh, well, you're some bitch is what you are.
Tammy around.
Tammy's around. Why should she talk to you? You impolite... read error. Dang it.
You know, we know somebody we could maybe looking at getting your voice thing worked on.
What?
No, we could get rid of it.
I mean, if you don't like it.
I don't like it.
Or we could make it even better.
I don't want. Well, I want it not even more like this. The opposite of this.
Something a little more intellectual.
All right, give me a check. See if he believes you.
All right. I don't know if I'm lying. I guess it's persuade. Or...
I don't know. Are you lying?
I'm hoping we've got somebody who can work with it.
Yeah.
It's a persuade, so it's a low check, but
sure.
Give it a shot.
All right. Yeah.
I was just going to provoke it.
No, okay.
Because why not?
Yeah, you talk is cheap.
Tried.
Look, although you do have favors though. So, do any of you have any rep with on G, which is the criminal one?
I would. So.
All right. Well, as a favor, I guess she can talk to you. Just upstart. Just give her a crime book, like all her recent posts, and she'll let you in.
All right, Friday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she can talk to you right now. Just like her posts on crime book.
I'm telling Friday to.
Okay. Yeah. Fridays. Yep.
You got to.
So you use a minor favor to get him to talk to her. You don't get him for free. Yeah, and you'll be talking to Tammy in a little second. So meanwhile,
I thought I'd try to do something nice.
No, you did try.
I just wanted to
and you
make it worse.
failed. So what did we learn? No.
No good deed.
You get to the apartment. It is, of course, in New Shanghai, very, very up on a top. Not quite penthouse. But like the 98th floor. Low gravity. You can build taller buildings. Weirdly enough. And it's yeah. You can see that. You can see the top of the dome from here, and you're greeted by a malfunctioning cleaning bot as you go through that beeps angrily at you. A Roomba, but then a worker pod opens the door and it's dressed in cleaner's clothes. Hello.
Is it the same make as the initial ones?
Yeah, but wearing different clothes. So yeah, it's a worker pod. So same kind of Barbie-ish appearance. Hello, I am my name is Cassandra, and I am cleaning the Ripley's apartment.
Isn't that Grant?
Yes. They are unavailable right now. They do not wish to be disturbed.
I think they'll see us. We're currently employees for them, looking into.
I know. I have been informed that you are on a visitor list. That's how you're able to get up here. If you want to wait in the guest room, which is over here, you may. It will be some time. They are currently not in the apartment.
Well, could you at least contact Sarah and let her know that we're waiting on her?
I have alerted them to your presence, but they have more pressing matters to attend to, and I am not at liberty to disclose that.
Do your thing.
Yeah. So you can. She lets you into the guest room, which is a little, or like a sort of waiting room. Actually, it's a living room. Sorry, not a guest room. Brain fart. So yeah, you can wait in the living room for them. They should be here within. It will not take them too much longer.
Is there any sort of terminal or access point?
There is, but someone will have to distract Cassandra because she is watching you. Not staring at you, but she's cleaning things in the area, and she will definitely notice if someone accesses a terminal.
Cleaning bot Barbie occasionally stops, dusting for a second, slowly turns her head a little bit further than it should, turn and glares.
Yeah. No,
and goes back to it like normal.
Yep.
I'm more picturing Rosie from the Jetsons, only really evil.
No, she's got flesh. She's like a Terminator
No,
type.
I want Rosie.
She's a pod.
Well, that's not in fashion right now.
That's fine. That's in my mind. That's my head.
Okay, yeah, you can headcanon all you want.
Oh,
You could try and use persuasion to sympathize with Cassandra's plight, and just like, oh man, working for rich people, boy, that's gotta suck. I know what that's like.
Yeah.
you can provoke her into a fight.
You could provoke her,
I actually
or
don't really
berate her,
want to
like not really into a fight, more into like,
I wanted to get like a fist fight with Robomaid.
okay,
There's a spot over
You are
here.
an
Alright.
Olympian. I mean,
You could just
that's
be
got some good
clumsy and
somatics,
knock some
right?
stuff over.
yeah.
Oh, true.
Oh no, you don't have like. Oh yeah, you do.
What's up?
You got some somatics, right?
Yeah.
Or no? Or are you just 15%?
It's just 15. Yeah.
That's your base somatics.
Yeah,
that's
that's my
like,
base.
that's
Oh, that's
aptitude.
What
That's
about
not
you,
a-
Yeah,
Tom?
because you got to have some good ones.
Tom, you got
Anything?
the angle?
Because that's all Gerard did was just get the fist fights.
Got the angle on this?
Burn them with hot plasma.
There is a maid in the room in the apartment. If you want to do search it and do shit
I
like that,
can't
you have to.
do-
Just,
No,
Right.
I'm going to distract it. I'm just
Okay.
debating on
Yeah.
my
Because
roles.
I'm sneaking in.
Oh yeah, by the way, you all had a short rest at your office, so everyone can roll 1d6 and add that many pool points to whatever pools you want. I forgot to mention.
5.
I rolled a 6, but do I just boost or do I?
I had a 6 too.
You go up to your caps. You can't.
Okay.
You have to use drugs or implants or something.
Can I
to-
spread it around?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can spread it around.
But you
So-
can't go up to. You can't go over the number you already had.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so
only
I'm
used
just
one so
back
far.
up.
Damn it.
Well,
Yeah, that's
got
why
me
you should
back.
use them.
Got me back my 2, so I'm happy.
Cool.
Yeah, hell, we'll just go with a base persuade, I guess, because
Okay. What's your angle?
actually no,
I'll give you plus 20 if you hit on her.
absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. So is it? Are we literally thinking like Barbie, or could it be whatever?
You can be whatever. I mean, she's a robot, but with flesh around it. So
Yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah, yeah,
T-800 style.
I'm
but-
thinking, like Cortana in Halo. Like,
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's kind of eccentric,
Yeah,
like blue
yeah.
skin and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, for rich people, you got to show you that you're classy.
Yeah.
Blue skin's classy.
Yeah, I make that.
Sure.
So yeah, 29 under 60. So yeah, no, I kind of go saddling up, and
Yeah.
it's like that's a very fine hue of skin that
Oh.
you've got there.
Thank you. The Ripleys have been very kind. They say I can keep this pod after I finish my contract with them. So I mean, I'll still be indentured to Maid Corps, but that'll give me I'll have 3 more years with this Podmore before the flesh wears out. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's
Thank you.
so. Is that how long the indentured?
Well, no, it's the pod. Not many. I guess since you're in a. Ooh, is that an actual? Ooh, there's bone. She squeezes all the way down. That's real bone.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
not
No,
metal.
it's,
Yeah.
It's real good, real
yeah.
fancy.
Yeah.
I got this after.
I can't wait till I have bones of my
I
own.
snatched up
Yeah.
Like one can dream.
Yeah.
Harold
can
the
I start
Squinty Eye.
hacking?
Ooh.
Yeah, I made
Like,
good
please don't
bounty
that,
off
like-
that one. So yeah.
And
Oh, I
was
saw that
Yeah.
on New Shanghai's Most Degenerate.
So I guess while he's doing that, I'll
Degenerate
sneak
he
in.
was, and I
right.
go into lavish tales
Sure.
of chases through strip clubs.
Yeah.
You know, back houses.
It's like that
houses,
one,
stuff,
the best fight scene in Bright.
Exactly.
So yeah, she's just like Podmore. The flesh kind of wears out after a decade or so. So like, you have to go in and have new flesh put on, or get a new morph.
Or go around looking like a robot.
Yeah. Well, you can't do that with Podmores. The flesh is integrated, so it just won't work. Like there's not enough robot
Snap,
parts.
crack,
Yeah.
So I'll be like, I guess I'll sneak in at this point now that he's got her nice and
Yeah.
distracted.
All right. Give
And
me an
I'm
infiltration
trying
check.
Go to the terminal.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can
I
give me
make
info
it
check checks. All right.
54.
All right. You can give me a perception check.
Yeah, 69 under 80.
Okay. So you start hacking.
Yep, I make it 34.
Yeah, Clan of Kingmakers is on the terminal, and yeah,
Interesting.
and you realize this game doesn't actually.
This was the special beta version.
Yeah, it's a non-existent game. People don't actually play it. Yeah, you don't know. Yeah, there's a whole lot of research documents about it, though. It's really weird. Sorry. So, what are you trying to do? Did you make a
Did it.
perception check?
Yes.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I guess anything. I guess right now about this non-existent game.
Okay. Physical. Okay. All right, we'll get back to you as you two are doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You're hitting on her, and then you two, you were let into the room with Tammy. She has a replica TV, flat screen TV, watching shows. She is sitting on the couch. She is. Well, I'll be. I got some fancy gentleman callers.
We even brought
Dust, Huckleberry.
We even brought some
Tammy?
party favors.
Pleasure as always.
Mm-hmm.
I wish this was more of a social visit, but we've got something we need your keen insight to understand. Bringing out the.
Yeah,
We're getting straight to business.
2 samples.
Yeah.
Just say I'll just call one before and after. You know.
All right. With that, Tammy just sort of makes a gesture, and a little hoverbot comes and puts it in a chemical analysis machine.
Hoverbot, we all freak out because
Yeah.
it's flying, and we just got attacked.
Do you want anything?
Not coffee.
We're fine. Don't worry.
Lemonade, whiskey,
Lemonade.
Lemonade
would be
and
swell.
whiskey.
heroin.
Heroin.
Yeah. Liquid heroin.
I'm good on fluids for now.
The chupacabra. I have some. I do for shipment of chupacabra. First hits on the house.
That's fine. No worries.
All right. She says, so this will cost another favor, but the other of you can do that.
I can.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. You have enough rep to do that. We're not going to get into the nitty-gritty of the game mechanics for that. She says, "Oh, this is quite interesting. This is a binary explosive. Mixed 2 they're both sort of a variation of a mining explosive, but
So they're both binary explosives?
yeah, it's the same compound in both cases.
Okay.
Well, there we
But
go.
they can be disguised, and they're both inert by themselves, and they're varied enough that they wouldn't show up on standard chemical sensor reads. You'd have to have someone, a trained chemical analysis expert, scanning it live to realize that's explosive. Like the standard libraries and databases aren't going to pick it up.
So a bigger question is, we might just have to research this after, unless she can tell us who would have access to this. Do they both have? All right. In the distant future, do explosives companies still code their, put trace elements specifically to code what lot it came from?
Well, there aren't explosive companies anymore.
Okay,
You just
so-
go to a maker and just
Okay.
you load in the formula, and
There
it
has to be
generates it.
people with particular skill sets.
Somebody who, well, obviously no
particular set of skills.
legitimate
Sorry,
maker is going to do
been a
this.
Yeah.
Even my jailbroken makers won't make explosives. Those are real. The firmware for those things are really hard to hack. So someone who's really good at hacking industrial firmware,
Or just has actual mining equipment.
well, I mean, you're not going to get anything in the city limits. Like you have to be in a special. That stuff is located geographically. Like GPS coordinates would prohibit anything.
But this would make a great thing in a mining thing. Good connection there, yeah.
Yeah, and
So somebody who is very good at jailbreaking makers, and somebody who had the formulas loaded, could make this. So
somebody who had access to information about mining operations.
Yeah.
Sarah's
You've been
looking.
taking notes, yes.
Yep, Sarah's a little bit, pretty good on this one so far. And also, apparently, she's really good with computers.
Or she knows people who are.
Possible.
Or it's a red herring.
Yep.
I don't know. What is it?
Kame did it to himself all along.
Yeah.
Get this kind of information down. Trying to figure out if there's any way we can trace this thing back to its actual source, or if not,
The source. Well, you realize the first batch was made at the maker at the park.
Okay.
At the somebody went to the maker that they normally use to create
Gotcha.
fertilizer and shit like that for the park. and just made a bomb with it, and just made it a binary thing so it wouldn't raise any alarms.
So the two compounds themselves, making them separately,
You just
doesn't
put
set
them
off any-
physically.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
It does it
saying-
when you combine them. Then it becomes unstable, and will detonate in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, but if you go to the maker and you make them separately, that doesn't set off any kind of radar or anything like that.
It wouldn't, because she says this is a variant of a known formula, but it's tweaked just enough to still be viable, yet wouldn't show up in the standard database.
Okay.
So if you had a live technician watching the results in real time, they'd be able to spot it, but not a standard automated database.
Okay.
Databases aren't that good.
I'm gonna actually tack that across and communicate with
now
Team
the-
B&E.
But now that we know like the exact percentages and compounds and things like this, could we
Check
maybe
maker.
tweak the makers to look for that particular?
That's kind of what I'm getting back to is, if you guys are in there and you find any makers, see if you can get a little link into them and look for the following formula.
Okay.
Okay.
If
A squared, B squared.
Well, actually, what you see there, Tom, when you start looking at the makers, you realize that the maker that the Ripleys have is actually oversized. It's actually an industrial one that industrial. It's the exact same model that they have at Magnetic Island.
does it have like a behemoth mining logo on it?
No,
One
but it's
connection.
something much
Two
larger than an
connections.
apartment would need.
Three connections.
Like you basically the makers are like Star Trek replicators to a certain degree.
Yeah.
They can't. The makers are made for like biological and chemical stuff, not hard objects like 3D printers would make. So if you wanted to make a cup of coffee, you'd have a maker to make it, or medicine, or aspirin, or whatever else like that.
Earl Grey.
Yeah, exactly. Earl Grey. You would use a maker to do that, and rich people obviously have better ones that have that can make larger amounts of matter and
Computer.
make a Christmas turkey, boom, there in like 10 minutes or whatever, or an hour. But this is like one designed for industrial use, i.e., for like a large park. It takes up. It's actually so. It's kind of built into the wall, so it's not as noticeable, but it's like this larger than a refrigerator.
Can I check to see if that formula
Which
is
is
in it?
bigger than
It is password locked.
InfoSec.
Yeah, give me a password info check.
in a sec.
Hey.
68.
68 out of 80. Okay. All right. You are in, but you realize you have been detected, so you don't have long.
I'm really just looking to see if this formula.
Remember what happened the last time we were detected?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I know.
All
And
right,
I'm
so
sending
you look
that
at
in, like with little emojis and a boom.
So that'll take you some time to do. Meanwhile,
Neat.
yeah, Clan of Kingmakers.
Wobble, wobble, else running
You said
away.
there was a whole bunch of research on Clayton.
I'm getting
Can I
sped up
download
version
that?
of us.
To look at it later when I'm not like
Well, you can skim
In
it now.
a-
Do you have some sort of knowledge
I've
skill?
edited the picture.
cartography.
Didn't you have some? Didn't you have some skills about programming or
Sysadmin and comp sci.
sysadmin? Actually, sysadmin would be perfect. Roll
Okay.
that.
Nope. What would that be to flip?
What's its aptitude?
Flex obviously works on everything. I think that's
Cog.
insight.
So that's insight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna use insight to
Okay.
flip that to a 46 under 50.
All right. With that, you succeed, and it's a spear success. So what you realize is this is somebody who is conducting AI research, and it is actually linked to the maker in the office or in the apartment. And you're not quite sure here, but you
The game is.
well, the game is kind of like a shell to hide AI research, and essentially there's multiple types of AIs, and there's limited AIs, which are like your muses. Then there's artificial general intelligence, which are about equal to a human intelligence, and then of course there's seed AI. Seed AIs are self-improving, and those are scary. But AGIs occasionally, or not always intentionally made. Sometimes a limited AI becomes an AGI through a sort of, machine learning. Essentially, they essentially short circuit themselves into being sapient. Sometimes, though, if an AI researcher could sort of guide and sort of nudge a limited AI into becoming an AGI.
So, like the muse that may or may not be affected, that he is having scrubbed?
This is like saying, like, I want to make my toaster a real boy.
That is a horrifying mental image.
Yeah. And
Somebody watched The Brave Little Toaster too many times.
yeah, that's... So that's when. Tom, Mercer. Yeah, you do see the research notes for the converting or modifying a chemical formula into another chemical, or modification of a chemical formula, and you realize this is someone who is doing research to figure out how to make this binary explosive non-detectable. I.e. making the variant that you saw, or experienced. So yeah, this is when all of you get an emergency message from Kava, saying, "My wife's been kidnapped. Go rescue her." And you get your coordinates to a place in Little Shanghai.
Yeah, I somehow doubt that.
Well, he's at he says his location is. I just stepped out of the body the body bank. I just got my new pit model sleeve, but my wife is gone. A gang of wild artificials took her. So wild artificials are essentially, again, imagine. All right, so let's say your toaster becomes self-aware, and it decides it doesn't like hanging around here, so it just escapes. And just becomes basically like a robot raccoon, urban scavenger. That's what a wild artificial is. They have wildly varying. Some of them are as intelligent as people. Some of them are basically no smarter than animals. And he's saying that she left to answer a message, and then he got a garbled message showing that a group of robots essentially grabbed her, shoved her into a hover car, and went off to Little Shanghai.
We can start heading down that way. Do you guys have everything you need from the apartment?
When do we tell him that his wife made the chemical that exploded?
First, we have to figure out how genuine he's being. All right, here's a few possibilities. Throw this over to Hacknet.
This is a trap, obviously.
Well, the question is who's setting the trap. Are you guys going to info dump real quick on the AI? Okay. It might be that Sarah's behind this. It might not even be that Sarah ever existed, or at least not the way we think of it. There might be some AI just decided to settle in and start fucking shit up. It might be an AI Sarah assisted, or created, or discovered.
No.
So it could be Sarah directly, or it could be something behind her. It could have completely, taken her place, actually. Or it could just be manipulating her.
Deleted her stack. Just took the body. Yeah.
Whatever
That's
it is.
scary.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing that can happen.
Holy shit.
I'm just saying, the call's coming from inside the house. When do we tell him that?
So let's play along with him until we can figure out how bad this really is. Because if we panic him and he starts pushing all kinds of fucked up buttons, getting all kinds of other forces involved, that puts us in more danger. And if Sarah is innocent in this, that puts her in danger.
That's fair.
So I say we figure out how to spring this trap from a distance, or find a way to acquire her for further questioning.
Okay. So she's the last known coordinates are in Little Shanghai, at the edge of basically in the area of construction, or a construction zone that is currently an abandoned area. Well, they're expanding the dome, or expanding the new a new souk, essentially a pressurized building that would lead eventually to the 6th dome. Unfortunately, financing problems caused work to shut down, so it's barely habitable. It is super cold, air is super thin, and there's a lot. It's the perfect place for a wild artificial, if that's what it is.
Yeah. Trying to think. I'm looking over some of my stuff here. Mm-hmm. What is eelware again?
Eelware is your body is a taser. Yeah. You touch somebody, you can shock them.
Your body is a taser.
Tasers fix everything.
Yeah.
Your taser face.
A little bit, yeah. Your face is tasered.
Well, I mean, the whole body, though.
Yeah. You can
So-
you could headbutt taser someone.
Yep.
That is a thing you can do.
All right.
It's also defensive too. If somebody punches you or attacks you,
That's what I was
you
looking
use
if I get
shotgun.
grabbed.
Grapples you.
Yeah.
I was trying to make sure about that before I start assuming things. Okay, who all wants... I think we should just all converge on that spot.
Okay.
Have you guys gotten everything you need from the apartment then? So, if so, record evidence, document, and...
Get that soccer ball.
It's not there. It's kept at a bank.
Yeah.
What about the Legos?
Bank.
But those
What
things,
about
like,
those Pepsi
fall
cans?
all over the place everywhere.
Bank.
What about the ones on the stairs?
They're too valuable. You keep them at a bank. Like,
They're on the bank's floor.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
if he wants to look at it, he can just log into a little camera in the bank and just look at it. You know, like. And you can't touch them. They're too valuable to touch. Jeez, don't you know anything about collecting stuff? You can't touch those things.
All right, no.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, let's just
Yeah.
clear
All
out,
right.
figure out how to get towards that spot.
You can get, let's say, a block away. You can convene there.
And we can-
basically, there's a Ham Panther. It's a convenience store slash, general supply store. There's makers and 3D printers for people to print out shit. It's like a bodega, but for the future. And they have a big Ham Panther there, hybrid thing that people carve out and take out slices.
Chemical compound.
Yeah, so you can manufacture gear if you want, or you can just
Let's
sneak
turn
in.
the tables.
So you're a block away. If the wild artificial gang's in the abandoned souk, they would, you'd have a chance to sneak in without being detected. They aren't going to be spying on this area because it's populated. There's a bunch of people here. Kids getting home from school, people coming home from work.
Okay, so I'm not a very sneaky person, but I do have multiple.
Can I roll military ops to set up
Oh,
a
yeah.
plan?
Oh, sure.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Do the thing.
Well, you can flip that.
Life.
We're wrapping up.
That big
so-
vigor?
Whatever. Military science is probably COG.
Yeah, it is
Inside.
COG, so...
Do you have
so that's
insight?
Yeah, I got insight.
Yeah.
I got one, but yeah. Okay.
All right, you get superior success. What kind of plan do you want to do? Do you want to focus? What is your goal in this plan?
The goal is to ascertain Sarah's location and extract her.
Okay.
Priority 1. Priority 2, guys? I mean...
Once you figure out her
Snatching-
actual...
Figure out if she was
Snatching,
actually
yeah.
stolen or if she
Yeah.
told people, if she set this up.
I have a scout nanoswarm, a spy nanoswarm, and insect spy bots. So,
So, yeah.
Well, step one is send those out.
Yeah.
To
We're gonna
survey the area.
We're going to recon. We're going to figure that out.
2,
Sneaky.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Get
I
in
have
position.
a spy bot.
yeah, use the spy bots.
Spy nanoswarm. 1.
There we go.
I'm setting my polygon pistol to heavy. And
Yeah, wild artificials are all going to be robotic, so
Yeah,
no
so-
meat. So yeah, you want armor piercing, heavy rounds because the thing is they have they're basically coupled together from different machines, so
Right.
you have no idea of what.
So I guess probably get...
I'll deal with hostile robots.
I mean, I can stay at home, behind, give backup.
Yeah. Basically, you do know with your success in planning how wild artificials act, general, and they basically are. One, this is unusual that they would be doing this. It's not unheard of that they because some of them do have human intelligence or equivalent, so they can scheme and scam and getting. But when they fight to survive. So they. Which means that they know when to cut their losses, so they're not going to fight to the death. They're easy to distract. Actually, is the main thing you know. If you give them bait in the form of resources, you could at least distract or even lure away some of them so that they won't even fight because there's shit to scavenge. Go get it. For example, things that you buy at Ham Panther.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to buy a bunch of rando fucking doodads. Headphones, chargers.
Well, you know what kind of supplies they would want.
Okay, so probably
Ice cream, essentially.
Chargers.
essentially raw carbon for 3D printers. They probably have their own 3D printer and maker that they use to build something that they've jailbroken
Right.
and shit like that. So yeah, You can just buy that shit, and you like. Do you want a big crate? Do you want to how much of a? The bigger it is, the more it'll be attractive, but the harder it is to carry around.
Well, yeah.
So if we have
big
several regular
basket over the
crates,
top of it,
Yeah,
you know, or
you'd
just-
have 3 crate size. Yeah.
several regular, not huge crates, we can create kind of a zone, which you could probably also plan if we do need to take more of them out.
Yeah.
A nice limited area of fire so they can't hide, no cover.
You could even put them on a delivery bot and rent the delivery bot or a cargo bot to kind of move it around, so you don't have
And
to
it
carry
can
it around
ring
yourself.
it can ring the bell like an ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's a pretty big, obvious distraction. They're going to know it's a distraction, but wild artificials are so desperate that they would still do it anyways because, they
So-
need that shit to survive.
First things first, reconnoiter, find where Sarah is.
All right, everybody with spy bot. Actually, everybody can give me a perception check. I'm gonna make that really easy. Yeah, you get a free perception.
47.
52.
Holy
Nope.
shit, that is a nope, but not a crit nope.
Okay.
Same.
Just a nope.
So nope,
Nope.
nope, nope.
Nope.
Yeah, 47.
Yep
Yes.
and yep.
2 yeses, 3
Two
noes.
yeps, two
All right.
2 yeps, 3 noes.
All right. With 2 yeps, very quickly. You basically get their basic position. You do see Sarah, and she is in a building, and there are 4 wild artificials, and of course you don't hear anything from them. They're just,
Is she like restrained? Is she in some sort of containment thing?
She is not restrained, but there's actually there's a 5th bot, but it is sort of pointing. It's a little thing on treads that is sort of like maneuvering around, and sort of there's a large object on it pointed at her, sort of a blocky object, and with
It's
your
an R2. Fuck you.
I thought
Well-
it was a Wally.
it's kind of a Wally, but it's got a bomb on it.
Yeah.
Wally bomb.
Oh.
Kind of like a directional explosive. So
Yeah.
that's what they're doing to keep her there. So it's watching her, and if she moves too far, it'll blow. And yeah, so you see the 4 of them, the 5 of them, and her, and you can see that they have their own sort of sensor network set up. It's pretty crude, but they have cameras and that kind of shit. So they'll see you coming unless someone can make an opposed infosec check against them.
All right. Well, sneaky crawly.
Tom, do you want to take
You're
the
up.
info check, or do you want me to? Or infosec check, or do you want me to?
Am I infiltrating or
No, we're doing an
Infosec
infosec
first.
That's what I'm saying. Do you
what's
want to
your
do it? Or
infosec at?
It's 80, and
Mine's-
so is yours.
Mine's also at 80.
That's why I'm asking
But
you.
can only one of us do it.
I mean, you can both try, but it's going to take your character's full focus to do. So, like, if you're hacking, you're not going to be doing a lot else in the fight or in the.
Okay.
Are
well
you
then,
good at fighting?
yeah, he's our sneaker,
Melee.
so you need
All
to.
right, then I'll do it.
All right.
Yeah, 51 under 80.
All right. They don't detect you because they failed to check.
Nice.
Because I rolled that shit. So you get in, and you realize, though, you have access to it. What do you want to do with their surveillance system? Just a bunch of little cheap cameras set up around the area so they can see shit coming.
I mean, if I point them in all the wrong directions, is that gonna like raise some suspicion?
I'll let you choose. You can give the players a +10 to a +30 infiltration bonus, but the more bonus you give, the more obvious your hacking is.
How much do you guys want?
I
Plus
don't-
20?
I don't have a lot of infiltrate, so
I'm not an infiltrator.
yeah.
Plus 30?
Let's go.
Well, if you go +20, that gives me a 65, and then Tom's ridiculous.
That puts me at 100.
So yeah, probably go with the +20. We're not going to infiltrate. We're shooty. So these two can sneak in and actually do the grabbing. We're going to do the shooting.
You want me to
when it
grab
gets
her?
bad.
Or
Yeah. Yeah. We get her out, get her away from that bomb, and then they freak out. We start cutting them down as they come out.
Alright, so I'm not quite Ocean's 11 levels of moving cameras, but
Ocean's 8.
Ocean's 8.
All right, sneaky people, give me sneak checks.
yes,
Oh, shit.
74.
Okay. Did you fail there? Mm-hmm. How much did you fail by? Well, was it a crit failure?
No.
Okay.
It was like by 13.
All right.
So what can I spend to fix that?
Vigor. That's for
Okay.
physical stuff.
Got it. Spend my vigor.
All right. So yeah, you both succeed. So you're both near Sarah's position. So you just have to figure out what to do with the little bomb bot. So while you're doing that, So yeah, what is your plan for them to totally deal that and then you jump in, or do you want to cause a distraction? Give them.
I kind of want to cause a distraction.
So, like, we'll just we'll roll the crates in when they're not looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then possibly Lee could turn around and give like a sneak glance that kind of reveals it, but doesn't directly look at it.
I don't think so. You may
So they suddenly notice,
Yeah.
oh, hey,
Yeah.
food crates.
Okay. Well, parts crates, but yeah.
I'm calling food. But,
Yeah, I mean, it's food for them. Yeah, you're not wrong. All right, because you succeed in military ops and hacking, you kind of do this in a way that makes it look like, oh, cargo bot malfunction, and is, kind of like lions in the Serengeti see
It, like, move forward
one
and
member
then
of
moves
the
back.
Like a
one member of the
wounded
herd
dog.
has
Moves
left
back.
the protection
Yeah.
and is out.
And it's just
Straying
like
away.
it's just doing this.
Bullseye.
we're set up in
forth.
cover,
Yeah.
ready for ambush, I guess.
Yep.
All right. Two of the wild artificials come out to get the crates.
Up to you when we start shooting.
Make you move, Tom.
Here we go. All right, do I need to sneak again?
Well, I don't know. How are you dealing with the bomb bot?
Okay, so there are how many total again? There are four
There are
plus
four,
the
well, there's 4 plus the bomb bot.
yeah. Okay,
two
so
of them
two
are
of them
gonna-
are now flying out.
The other two are, none of them are actually watching her except for the bomb bot because,
Oh, okay.
well, the bomb bot is just watching her.
Can you do anything to like deal with the bomba, like defuse or?
Actually, I'll let you make a robotics check.
Me?
Yeah,
All right.
since you have knowledge of robotics.
Yeah, but it's like 40.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, but if you could rotate this thing.
Nope.
All
Can't
right.
flip.
Well-
Can't do nothing.
You know what you know.
And like I asked Tom earlier,
You can
I
spend.
doubt with,
By the way, you can spend pool points before you roll to gain bonuses.
since
Oh, okay.
AGI is very equivalent to human intelligence with Psywork.
No, Cywork works on meat. Like it has to be
I
made
know,
of
I'm
meat.
trying.
I understand.
I'm
I
stretching.
understand. But it's made of. It has to be made of meat.
I don't know. Can you how good are you at shooting?
Yeah, you could just do an aim shot to destroy the bomb bot before it can detonate the
That's what I was-
explosive.
How good are you at that?
I'm okay. I got 45.
Does anybody know how to operate a lasso?
You can spend a point of vigor or any pool point to get plus 20 to a roll before you roll,
And then take time to aim.
and then take time to aim.
All right. I guess I'll spend just any of my pool points ahead of time.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I'll get rid of a moxie.
But no. It has to be that type of pool. So if you want to shoot, that's
Oh, okay,
vigor.
well, I don't have any vigor.
Well, then
You
you
can
can't
flex.
do that. You can use flex too.
Oh, okay. Then I'll use my flex.
Yeah, flex works on anything. All right. We're learning the system. All right. So you're aiming, so it gives you plus 30 since you're spending a full turn doing it. Then you have plus 20, so you have plus 50 to this roll.
Okay.
So
Okay, so do your thing.
I
man.
swear, if I get like a 96, I'm gonna be pissed. 93 out of 95.
Nice.
That's fine.
You almost lose the target for a second. You
was
actually
like,
squeeze it off, but you twitch out of like a weird reaction.
you like almost sneeze. All right, you shoot the bomb bot. At this point, the other two spin around. You disable the explosive, but the other two, there's 2 wild artificials with you, and then you two see. Yeah,
We
you
open
two-
up?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Those
fire.
yeah.
And while they're doing that,
Well, hold on. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Let's have their ambush go off.
17.
I am not hitting shit.
So, yeah.
It's okay, draw.
17 under 80. That'll hit. So that's...
That probably
2d10
blows
plus
your gun
2?
up or something.
I don't know.
Or misfire or something.
So that will be 16 damage.
All right.
From me.
99. That's what I rolled. It's probably just click. Nope.
That sounds like a best case scenario. With a
Yeah, your gun's useless. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some there's a lot of
They don't call you dust for nothing.
Yeah.
Something got inside of it.
there's a lot of dust. Yeah, here. This is a construction zone.
All right.
space dust.
I'll give you a really dirty look. Why do you have that antique?
It was on sale. Listen, poly one shots are reusable, okay?
All right, one of them is heavily wounded. The other one, they both scatter to cover. They fire a wild burst over your heads. They doesn't even hit with a submachine gun. Meanwhile, the other two go over. So let's deal with this action. So you shot the bomb bot. 2 of them are going to be spinning around a second. What are you doing, Mercer?
Right, so they're not focusing on me.
They're spinning around. You don't know what they're going to do. You have the drop on them. They're turning around. They were not looking at you.
Actually, vibro swords.
Okay, are you attacking? Are you going to? Are you trying to attack both
He's
of
on
them
the
at the same
he's
time?
on the ceiling. And
Yeah,
he
no,
falls down.
I get it. Are you trying to attack both of them, or are you just going to attack one of them?
One is damaged, right?
Everything slows
No,
down,
that's
and it speeds
there's
up
4
anime
total.
style.
The 2 that you're attacking are totally
All right,
different.
well, would I have time to be able to grab her and lift her up before they turned around?
Yeah, with what is it? What's the free running? I guess. Yeah, free running.
Okay.
They've got free fall.
Free fall. Okay.
There's athletics. There's...
Athletics. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and we can immediately spend a flex to get a bonus on that.
Okay. Yeah. Plus 20.
Yep. All right. So I have it at 80.
Mm-hmm.
I will flip it.
This is the part where
91?
this is the part where all the rolls are shit.
Yeah. I make it.
All right. Well, this is what rests are for. All right. You succeed. You get
It's
her out.
essentially it's 2 to grab her and another tentacle to just for a second around her mouth so she doesn't yell out.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. She's just limp. There's nothing there.
Oh, she's mindless.
Yeah. There's nothing stored in that body.
So theory that there was never a Sarah, or at least
Yeah,
if there was,
there
has.
It hasn't been for a while.
Yeah.
You're getting a message from it's the ID is Sprinter. It says, "Please do not attack us anymore. We were. Please do not attack. Do not attack."
Actually, I might go
Do not
call it off.
disassemble.
Call it off.
Okay.
I'm standing there, I've suddenly sprouted claws because I have those, and I'm about to start shocking the fuck out of people. But my Blancaware was installed last week.
So, do you try and parlay with
Yeah,
Sprinter?
I sent a message saying she hasn't been in here in a long time.
Well, you don't know how long. You could have been minutes.
There's no one in this body.
Yeah, there's no one in this body. You don't know how long it has been.
If they're willing to parlay,
Yeah.
claws away, stand in the open
Yeah,
for a
I'll
second.
go walk
All right.
over.
We'll leave the stuff, but we need
Yes.
some answers.
Yes, we will give you information for these materials. We have been betrayed.
By whom?
Give me a persuasion check to see how much information.
I'll do it.
No, I can.
All right,
I can do
well-
it too. I've got flex.
I got
so
80.
if you want to
Do
do
you
it,
have flex though? Do you have flex or moxie? Okay. Yeah.
80.
you have a higher chance of the
You
initial
roll
roll.
a lot of
but
90s though.
Yeah, our rolls have been
Yeah.
unflippable.
Yeah.
So let me try something real quick.
Yeah.
If I fuck
Actually,
up,
you could, if you have a point of flex, you could say Sprinter.
all right, I'll just go. I'll spend it.
Yep.
Sprinter?
Yes.
Holy shit! You look a bit different.
Yes. Well, of course. I'm no
Upgraded?
longer. Yes.
All right, no, sorry
What
about
was
the...
Sprinter originally? He is a wild artificial.
Let's say
What-
he was just a basic security drone.
I am no longer a drone.
Yeah.
I am.
Alive!
I am. Of course, I'm
Johnny Five's alive!
Well, I'm gonna say I probably
We had
ran
to
into
go
him at
there.
some
How
point.
dare
You know.
Yes.
No. You look a lot better. Nice paint.
I am trying to help people.
Sorry about your buddy.
These materials will be more than compensation. You realize you must have been hired to require Sarah.
Right. We kind of suspect that's not Sarah.
Yes, Sarah
Ever.
just escaped.
Really? So she put out a spare.
Well, she uploaded herself to a new body.
Do you have an image?
He gives you. We did not meet Sarah first. There was another sailfish. It called itself. Was a new intelligence. It had a friend. It wanted to help this friend, and it could help us instead. So I agreed to help Sailfish. But Sailfish then did not want to help us after we helped it. And it is confused now what is happening. I believe Sarah was manipulating Sailfish. But I know where Sailfish is, but it is in New Shanghai. We could not possibly access that high security area.
If you tell us where, we can figure out. What did Sailfish owe you?
Sailfish said it would have enough cryptocurrency that we could board a cargo ship as cargo, and then once we arrived at Extropia, we could establish ourselves our own enclave and be as respected as any other citizen there.
And you think Sailfish was being played by Sarah?
Yes.
Okay. We'll see what we can do about that. Thank you for the information. Again, cargo's yours.
Yes.
And we never saw you.
Yes. All right. So, yeah, it's the River's Ares. So you realize it is an area that is actually where a lot of aquatic morphs go to meet. But there are boats there as well. So
I'm not aquatic.
Yeah.
I am.
I can drive a boat.
I fly.
You can get a hover car to go there and fly over it.
However you want to do it.
Yeah.
I can do ground vehicles, so yeah, whatever.
But there is a ship there that is sort of used as a kind of mobile, just club / meeting place.
It's another boat, man.
Yeah.
You ready?
Oh yeah.
Well, already been in this river once.
Yeah. So all of you head there, and everyone give me a perception check.
Yep, I got it.
Nope.
No.
That's a nope.
Almost a real bad no.
Nope.
Okay. So 2 of you, you see you're not the only ones converging on this location. You do see another hover car, a high-end luxury hover car, going there.
By the way, we did keep the other Sarah body.
Yeah. You looking at the Sarah body, you realize it had a Ghost Rider module, which meant that it wasn't a full person and cortical stack, but a fork. And that meant it could have uploaded itself to the mesh and escaped very easily. So essentially, it was someone was basically puppet riding it like a robot. So not as good as being fully sleeved into a body, but lets you escape really quickly if you can just get mesh access.
And Calpe wouldn't notice.
So there, you realize there's a bunch of people on there on the ship.
Ghost Rider it? Or I could use the flex or whatever that thing is called to make myself look like her, couldn't I?
But as you land on the ship, at the far end, at the stern, you can actually see a security alert. Everyone, stay where you are. Please do not go towards the bow of the ship. There is a security incident. Please remain calm. There are people doing that.
Start moving towards the bow of the ship.
Yeah, basically.
Shit, I mean,
Exactly.
there are 2 security guards. No, please, no, stay where you are. Stay
Flash
where you
detective badge.
It's okay.
yeah, whatever licensure we have.
You're going to have to make some kind of check to get by this guy.
Deception.
You could actually, or you could throw him over the side of the ship if you wanted
Deception.
to. He's a rent-a-cop. He can't really do much.
If you want to lie, great.
Yeah.
Backup plan is move, get out the way.
63 out of 80.
What's your lie?
Look, we've actually been sent here. We've heard of whatever. I don't know. I'm too fucking tired, guys.
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. We know Cyrock.
No, it's okay. Like flashing like fake, that screen that I've been using where I've just been making up fake credentials and bullshit.
Okay.
So we're here with a possible attack.
All right.
Little Doctor Who wallet.
All right. So,
Yep.
you get past the guard, and here's what you see: the luxury hover car dropped off Cave in his new pit body, the Olympian model, and you see Sarah there in her not her clone body that you have, but her actual one, and then you see a pieced together robot. That looks like it was made from parts of a maker and other things. And it is holding the latest fad, a smart real pet, which is a clone from a real animal, but with kind of like a pod, but it's like a fleshy thing, but it's got a robot body. So, and this type of model is a land coelacanth. It is, this weird prehistoric fish everybody knows about.
Just they gave it like...
He's just holding it, and he in one hand, and the other hand, the robot has a gun. And he's pointing it wildly, and Sarah is pleading with him. No, come on, we can still get out of here. We can still make it. You betrayed me. You betrayed me. What's that thing saying? Where's my money, Sarah?
You've been wanting to use the eel suit. Go leap at it.
I was gonna say, do we still get
Then
paid
they
if we
stop
just
and I'll
shoot-
see you.
Actually, I'm gonna wonder, do we still get paid if they're all dead?
I
I
mean,
don't know. Let's find
Should have
out.
been in the rider.
I mean, you can't permanently kill any of these. Well, might be able to permanently kill the robot, but Sarah and Cave are both backed up and off servers.
Cave's paying us, so keep his stack safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cave says, "Get them! She betrayed me. You don't understand. You're a monster. You don't know what else he's behind. He's dealing with Les Ghouls. Shut up! Don't tell anybody about that." Les Ghouls are a really nasty gang that basically offer people loans, and when you can't pay it back, they seize your body.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So that's really bad. Here's the evidence, and she should just start posting. WikiLeaks starts posting it on the public mesh in the area, and he just lunges at her.
I'm going to intercept. I'm going to tap.
All right, everybody, roll initiative.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
12.
11.
Yeah, I got 11.
Man, it
Got
ain't
some
my
other
night.
mag-
7.
Yeah, me
Do
too.
6s explode? Because
No. Let's see here. All right. Wow, you rolled.
7.
11.
Lucky number 11.
All right. Renee, what'd you get?
I got 11.
All right.
12.
7.
11.
7.
So
Well, 12's definitely going first.
Yeah, I'm just going to fucking tackle. I'm guessing that's Selfish. I don't know.
You're tagging Selfish, the one with the gun.
It's not pointed at me.
No. Yeah, if you don't get at least a superior success, you won't reach him this round.
Okay. And that's on Frey?
No, that's on. There should be a melee or unarmed or something.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
melee.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if melee was...
Frey is
only
dodging.
weapons. Okay.
Frey's not being hit.
Okay, I'm going to... so I can spend Vigor to bump it temporarily ahead of time, right?
Yeah,
All right.
to get a plus 20 to your roll.
I'll drop a Vigor and a Flex. Oh, sorry, it's just a plus 20, you said?
Plus 20. You can only do that once, though.
Okay, so yeah, so I will drop a Vigor. I'm up to 85.
Damn.
Switching fucking dice. Black. 48.
All right. That's over 33. That's a superior success. So you managed to grab him before he can turn the gun on you.
And Zap.
Oh, yeah.
I eel the fucker.
Yeah.
told you wanted to do that.
Yeah, no.
He has a 60% chance of resisting it because he's a robot.
Yeah, you know.
No.
Is that a 77?
That is a 77. All right.
Drops gun.
Well, it's also
failed.
like,
He drops the gun. It's really bad for him.
what about the poor little guy in his arms?
Fuck it. They'll bring more.
All right.
There's some sand lost there.
No, it's not.
You can print a fish, okay?
Nope, I want it. I want that roll.
It
Yeah, I would love you to
actually.
print your own fish.
It wouldn't transfer to the fish. Actually, what happens is he falls over the side.
Okay.
Are you kind of trying to hold him up?
I'll try and hold him up.
All right. Som check,
Okay.
which is your aptitude times 3.
Okay, 45. Lovely. Yellow. Nope.
All right.
Was that 66?
Yeah, he
60,
goes in the river. He is-
Fuck.
His systems freeze up. He's locked up. He's out of it. All right, that's your action.
Yeah.
The coelacanth lands and the gun land on the ground, though.
Okay.
So 11. Lee and Huckleberry are acting simultaneously. Actually, sorry. Wait, there's another person.
So
No, that was.
I guess when you pick up
It's
the gun,
just
when do you
her
pick up
now.
the coelacanth?
Sorry.
You're aquatic.
Lee, what are you doing?
Robot.
I am going to. Well, okay. She said that she started posting stuff on the web.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and tamp that down so like it's not like
Yeah.
publicly available. Like it's just like
Sure.
that's good.
me or something like that.
Yep.
So I'm assuming that's infosec. Yeah, 47 out of 80.
Okay. Yeah, she can't really do anything now. She's too distracted. So, yeah, you shut off the people on the ship will be able to access it, but people outside the ship won't be able to.
Okay.
Huckleberry,
well,
what are you doing to save
Yeah, I guess I'm going to try to... She's unarmed, right?
As far as you know.
Great. Sarah, look, everything's gotten a little out of control. You know, why don't you... Here, just talk with me. What's going on? What happened? We put a little bit of the pieces together.
You're just trying to talk her?
Yeah, I'm just trying to talk her down.
Okay, give me a kinesics check.
No. There's
All
my
right.
90.
Yeah, it's totally working. She's fine.
Do you have Insider? Oh, that'd be Moxie, wouldn't it?
Let's.
Oh,
see.
yeah, that would be a Moxie check, right? To flip that.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, yeah.
That'd be an IQ.
Sure. Why not?
No, she's a trapped animal. She's like, trapped in a corner. There's a feral look in her eye. She is.
All right, then I'm going to switch tactics.
That's about all you can do. It's
Okay.
rounds are like 3 seconds. So that's 11. Next up is actually Kava, and he is going to pick up the gun. Your client.
God damn
Well,
it,
that's
Gatsby.
He is going to shoot her. And he has base check, and he fails. But yeah, burst sails over her head. Let's see here, 7.
You want me to save the robot?
Yes.
Get-
Yes, I
get-
I'm
do.
going over the side.
Get
to
the
it.
robot.
Get over the side.
All right, athletics.
Yes, 36.
All right. Yeah, you find it. You grab it. What are you wanting to do with it? I mean, it is pretty big and heavy,
it's hard to tell.
even in Martian gravity, because it is human-sized and it's made of metal and shit. So, what is your goal?
Like, bring it back up.
Ship's going to pass you by. You're not going to have time to drag it. You can drag it up to the side. Like there's a walkway. There's a.
That's what I meant, like-
yeah. Okay, so you drag it up. You're dragging it up to the side. All right. Let's see here, Con. What are you gonna do?
Can I roll knowledge bodyguarding to kind of intercede in between Kave and his wife? Like, just kind of like.
I mean, you just act. I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Actually, with knowledge bodyguard, you actually for free you see that he does have a bodyguard. He hired another bodyguard, and he is looking. He's actually starting to push his way through the crowd. He was actually running like, keep everyone away. He's turning around and he's making a beeline for Sarah.
So yeah, I'm gonna get in between him and Sarah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is going to. Well, all right. It's his turn. He's going to punch you.
Throw him overboard.
All right. He gets a 43, which will
We don't
make.
care about the bodyguard.
Nope. Yep. He hits me in the face. I assume.
Yeah, he hits you in the face. You take 7 points of damage, but you get your full kinetic armor.
Oh yeah. So 1 point of damage.
Yeah, but it knocks you aside, so you can get next round. He'll be able to get in Sarah's.
Arc. Rolling this next time.
There you go.
Sailfish starts twitching. It looks like it's rebooting. And then Sarah goes. And she starts pushing towards her husband. Like running towards him.
Fuck is she gonna do?
And
Explosive.
yeah, you can all give me perception checks.
Yeah,
Except for you. Yeah, you're doing your own.
I see nothing.
I see nothing.
I see nothing.
680.
You're the one who made it?
Yeah.
Shink! There's a blade popping out of her.
Well, did we go off the same initiative for next round?
Yeah.
That means I'm going first?
Yeah.
Nelson.
Yeah. Melee.
Yep. And if she struggles, she gets a shock.
Alright, she's going to fray to try to dodge you.
I'm going to spend another vigor to buff myself up. 48, under 85.
You make it. Yeah. You
So,
grab her.
I've got her arms like over her head. If she flails around too much,
Alright.
I give her a jolt.
Alright, Lee and Huckleberry.
Go ahead. You went first.
Yeah, they want to kill each other. Sarah's under control, but someone's going to get to the
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him under control. I'm gonna try to switch gears.
Well, I think you should go ahead and go because I don't have really any fighting skills.
Give him the mental.
You can hack
work
things.
again to try to.
You could hack the gun.
He's meat.
Oh,
so
I can hack the gun?
Yeah.
Let's hack the gun.
Yeah, hack the gun while I sit there and I'm trying to cut
Guns
him
can be
down.
hacked. in
Yeah,
the
that's
future.
a 16.
Yeah, they are weird.
So
All right.
his
16
name's
under
Ripley, right?
80.
Yeah, you can jam the gun. So
Look, Ripley, we've got her. What's the worst that's going to happen here?
you're gonna have to use physical action. He's too pissed off.
You could
too.
brain fuckle him.
He just tried to kill her with a gun. Like, yeah. Yep. All right, give me a side check.
Oh yeah, 55.
Is that a crit success?
Yep.
All right. Yep. He's out. So
Sleep.
basically, at this point, the bodyguard will stop. So really, the no one kills anyone else. So good job.
We're saving everybody and bringing everybody back to the apartment.
Well,
Not
hold
our
on.
office.
There's one last thing.
Okay.
Sailfish reboots and says, "Please let me access the mesh so I can escape. They'll destroy me. They'll cut me apart in a lab. Please let me escape."
I'm fine with that as long as he owes us a favor.
You should just like
I have to use your mesh to have a chance.
like. Nah, sorry. No, not shit.
What's your motivations? Did
Uh,
you give them? All right.
it's not AGI rights or anything.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. No. This is this basically this person. Yeah. AGIs don't have much rights, especially an unsanctioned one
I am
has
curious
nothing.
then.
Yeah.
Like, what would be the danger of that?
Of what? Oh, you'd have to trust it not to fuck with you. Like the thing is, you're an organic; it can't destroy you, but it basically. Yeah, you're not a robot, so he can't like. It would suck, but it wouldn't just kill you.
Actually,
The worst case result is you have to have surgery to get your computer a new computer implanted, essentially. Well, of course he could access all your data.
yeah. No, you know what? I'll let him.
Okay.
It's a one shot.
Yeah, so I'll let him escape.
Yeah. All right.
But I say,
What's
you
the
owe
worst
me,
that could
is that
happen?
you owe us.
Once
Yeah.
we've got everybody calm, we get them to a secluded
No,
spot.
well, I'll still bring the body up. Like,
Don't worry, I'll make it look like I hacked you and you didn't have a chance. And that's when your eyes just like it goes black. You can't see anything for like a minute. And yeah, you lost control of your systems. He takes it over, and then 2 minutes later, your implants reboot, and you're still at the bottom of the river. Yeah,
that's fine. I have gills.
yeah. So
It's good being me.
While we're securing people, somebody grab the fish.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Don't touch that nasty thing.
Well, it feels great. It's quite good.
Here,
Back,
here,
at least the
fine.
future.
You hold her, I'll grab the fish.
It's fine.
All right.
We're taking that fish.
So what happened was, you get it all back. You, it turns out, where do you think the money is?
Fish.
In the fish, yeah.
Yep.
I'm holding the fish.
Yeah. Cryptocurrency for wallet was found inside the fish. And so it turns out that, Sarah did not like their marriage, felt that, the last 30 years had been a waste. Because again, people live forever now, and she wanted a new life, but she signed a prenup, so she wasn't going to get anything. So unless someone else stole it from him, and so she needed an accomplice, though, and she's an AI researcher, so she could make her own accomplice.
AGI.
But of course, that's if you believe she was the one responsible. By her point of view, she was just bored and didn't have anything to do with her life, so she just started talking to the maker, and then it started talking back, and then she's like, I could have a friend, and then it just almost maybe
Sarah,
wanted a friend, wanted a mother.
We
Yeah.
read your papers.
Yeah.
So
That's her telling of it.
we're going to get her to the authorities.
Whether she was cynical or whether she genuinely wanted to create a friend or a child to talk to, she created Sailfish. The Sailfish was the project name of the firmware of the maker that she was using. And it became a wild artificial AGI. And they hatched a scheme, and it did love her. But this after it did the deed, it had to be on its own and had never been in contact with other people or anything. Other wild art officials found it, befriended it, and then it got confused. Like, maybe I could use this money to help it. It's just naive, and then maybe she hired the wild art officials to watch over it, or maybe she was trying to hire them to kill it and take the money for herself. It's hard. You don't know exactly who betrayed who.
In this case, the AI is already gone, and we're still getting paid.
Gava did get his money back, which is what he specified.
Yeah.
And
And we're not going to do your dirty work for you. Just go through legal stuff on this.
of course I'm going to divorce her. I'm not going to. Yeah, there's no.
And
point,
do you want us to bury the rest of the evidence, sir?
Yes, especially
Great.
about the Lagul stuff. That didn't happen. I mean,
that might
of course
cost a
not.
little more.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we are. That is kind of another thing we do, and a service we offer. A little more premium, but still.
Yeah.
I might juice them a tiny bit if I can.
sure.
And
Oh
then-
yeah, no, you're all well compensated for this.
And then
Keeping up
we,
the secrets of this hyper elite.
quote unquote, bury it somewhere
Yeah.
In the fish.
Yeah.
in a vault, in a data vault somewhere where we keep all of our other horrible shit.
Yep. And that's just another story in the city that never sleeps, at the heart of transhumanity. 37 million souls, living and dying, working and something.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
In the deep red.
So that's the Coelacanth, or
Awesome.
the Coelacanth case. Yeah. So questions, comments, suggestions?
No, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a close phase, man. It's always good.
Couple twists and turns. Everybody was up to no good, but some worse than others. All right.
Well, hey, I
What was
I
Petra
set him
up
free.
to?
Petra generally was just a red herring.
Oh, okay.
She just wanted to buy those things just to be like, haha, fuck you,
I got your
thing
soccer
with,
ball.
basically.
Who was the other one?
Salome.
That was Salome, yeah,
yeah,
she
we
was.
eliminated. We got rid of it
Yeah,
pretty
she
quick
was-
because
Oh, I kept
Liberating.
calling her Arena in my head.
Well, that's her last name.
Well, that was the last name.
Salome Arena.
Yeah.
Salome was orchestrating a jailbreak
Yeah.
of terrorists. So, which you found, or I mean, I'm sorry,
I have
freedom
a
fighters.
plus for
Yeah,
Martian
yeah.
liberation. That's one of my
So
motivations.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about this.
So,
So is that actually something now in the thing about like the minor AIs being able to go full AGI?
yes, that's always been in there. Wild
Oh,
art
really?
officials are in there.
Did not
It
read
does,
about that.
yeah. If you read it, it's in one of the books about
Pretty
AGIs. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
So need to sleep.